Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning streams. We are here with the Just Roll With It group. We're gonna be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I hope all of you are safe, staying inside, staying clean. I guess that's the only way to put it.
Where do you
And also, I hope that everybody is playing more tabletops and just hanging out with friends online. We are self-quarantining ourselves, so as you can see, we are all, well, aside from me and Dom, who are normally in boxes, the only person that's in their home, that's always in their home, is Kyle. So all the rest of us are in different backgrounds, so bear with us until the COVID-19 thing ends. We will be attempting to use Roll20. It's not our normal thing, so please bear with us as we still try to push out good episodes for you and for us. Specifically us. Yeah. If we can't have,
you don't need them views.
Yeah, if I can't play D&D, you're about to get some
We're
anger.
gonna find a cure of COVID just so we can play D&D.
Yes, pretty much. But yeah, other than that, guys, let's get into it. We are ready to go. And look at that Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. I'm gonna pass it over to our DM.
that wasn't planned.
Yeah.
You're just sort of, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
It's bookmarked to the page I left off at because I started reading it last night. Morning, y'all. Happy March 22nd. At least here in States, most of the world, I know. On the Philippines, Japan, it's already half a day ahead.
Lucky you.
So where we left off, I know that Elena especially, the last two sessions, was it last two sessions?
Yeah.
You've been leaving early, so.
I've been leaving early and been traveling and stuff, so
Right.
I'm ready to be here and do stuff for the entire time.
Awesome.
The entire time. Okay, you're leading us today.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Actually,
right.
yeah, you're.
But okay.
No, that's in a couple days.
Okay. I mean,
I'll probably get there this session.
roll World of Darkness characters and we can see where it goes.
Oh God, yes, please, hurt me, Mom.
So currently it is near on the 17th of Braille. If you check your calendars, it's
Yeah, I got
around
the calendar.
12:30 in the afternoon. So it's past, just a little bit past noon. You're all outside the village of Heartwallow. However, let's track that back a little bit.
Track it.
Last we left off, the party, Black Lotus, had just made their way to Pale Child Manor with a just recently rescued Baroness Rose Crayford of the Barony Utopia, the city that they're in. Arrived at their castle, knew that the Green Thumbs, a somewhat local, maybe a little bit like a regional gang criminal organization, were attempting to steal from her vaults, her personal vaults. Part of their contract that they made in previous sessions was to bring her home and secure her. So the party brought her back to her home. There were a couple guards, sentries stationed on towers, but it didn't look like it was being actively watched by the Green Thumbs. The party made their way around, leaving their companion Argos, who, he went through the ringer, so he stayed with the wagon back at the beginning of this area. Try a hike to the woods, through the woods, and came across a group of Green Thumbs in a wagon by what looked like to be a large boulder. Our druid Dieter, played by our player Elena, wild shaped into a little kitty cat and distracted the hell out of these guards. Because who doesn't just want to mess with a wandering cat in public?
Exactly.
No, honestly, that was the best thing ever. I just wanted it just to keep going.
Yeah. let's just have the whole session just them just messing with Dieter.
Mike asked for more creative problem solving, and so I have delivered.
Yes, that's also true. Because then I'm like,
exactly what
I
we
need to
wanted.
perform better.
Now, can we all get like polymorphs so we can all turn into cats, just so we can sit there. Everybody
Call
wants
ourselves
to
pussy
be a cat, because
I think
cats.
I can prepare polymorph actually.
yeah.
Well, you have to cast it. You don't have a high enough level because we're so many of us to cast it on all
That's
of them.
polymorph.
I think
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, I
Mass
mean,
polymorph?
Twice.
no, that's there isn't I don't think that would be seeming. Seeming is that would be
Mass
I thi-
polymorph, I think, is a Pathfinder thing.
No, I swear
no,
it's
mass
a
polymorph
spell.
is in D&D.
really
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think it might be in
It's just not. You don't see it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up to 10
You
creatures.
need
Oh, it's a
to,
9th
like,
level spell. That's
Ninth
why.
level
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, true. Okay, but yeah,
Which
like,
would be so
You
worth
can
it
do
just for the
You can
meme
do it,
factor.
Elena. You can
yeah, of course. I mean, it has its uses, but
A
at the same
single
time,
9th
I
level
agree
spell
with you,
slot
Dom,
will
that
be.
Everyone turns into butterflies.
I'm pretty sure with. Anyways, let's get back on. We'll talk about it in the game. So after the Green Thumb thugs, who are a bunch of hardened criminals, were completely distracted by this cat.
We murdered them all.
Black Lotus came in from all directions and murdered them all. Reconnecting with their blood-soaked kitty cat, Dieter, they uncovered that the boulder was actually a trapdoor, hollowed out, made of wood. Went down it, and it led to an underground tunnel that led directly into the hill that Pale Child Manor was built upon, and went up it. They took down the sentries on the towers. Like I said, there was nobody outside, which is a little bit eerie. But when Argos started making his way to the manor, he told the group that a bunch of green thugs were coming down the road. Specifically, Luzia, the Eldrin female with the bow that targeted Peak and Dieter just yesterday in game.
I was gonna shoot her.
Donde, the drow elf that they messed with, or the drow elf messed with, and thankfully we didn't record that. An unfortunate series of events at the Naked Stewart Tavern
Yeah.
off the road. Gathered up,
We weren't streaming.
and something triggered an alarm that
content.
realized. Argos, you did see that there was a chalk marking, which was an alarm drawn by a rune chalk. Daveman, a halfling, who is the apparent leader of the Green Thumbs, walked out with some Green Thumb members and offered to parlay with Black Lotus in the hopes to finally just settle this for now, and that both parties can leave unscathed currently, because Black Lotus just previously killed like 12 of their guys getting here.
They beat up our friend.
It was half their game.
No, it's true. So Damon offered a parlay. He offered to bribe Black Lotus. In all honesty, it was just a bribe. So Damon offered a chest, a small chest of I think it was 1,000 gold and a couple of magical items, which was like including that.
Yeah, just for context, that potion you wanted to recreate or attempt to recreate, that was part of the bribe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So just for context, because for all you guys don't know, she was talking with us in our personal Discord for our session. So just for having context on video and and if we go to podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Which would be awesome one day, eventually, actually.
Yeah.
But after that, the party took the bribe. Even Argos and especially Neme were very adamant, saying we're just gonna end this, take the bribe, and go our separate ways. Kemdir and Peak definitely really wanted to just officially end it here and now. But I believe the rest of the party was split, and the party eventually just took the alternative route and just took the bribe, took the parlay, and went their separate ways. You guys got a long rest, and you made your way across the Hugfoot Bridge. Yep, so go ahead and fill out. You guys got a long rest. That includes anything with recharges for weapons and items. So go ahead and do that now. As I continue to summarize, you guys made it to the Hugfoot Bridge, over the Hugfoot Bridge, over to Harwallow, which Peter, you would know that from what you heard, there were bandits running the village. That bandit king. However, when the group approached the village outskirts, they noticed that the village didn't seem out of the ordinary, and there were quite a bit of people standing outside, lining up in front of this large metal wagon with like 6 wheels. chained bookshelves, various tomes, and two large obsidian crates with layers of chains and what looks to be sticky parchment papers, like sort of think like
Ye old Playboy.
Ye old Playboy.
I'm kidding.
No,
Sorry.
definitely not.
When I hear
Like
sticky parchment,
like
I'm sorry.
arcane like defensive parchments. You know, like sort of like priestesses from Japan. You know, they're just like yeah, protection from demons, stuff like that. They're
Oh,
all
like
over.
talismans.
Talisman, Jesus, talisman.
Sticky
Leave
parchment.
it to the witch doctor to know exactly what he was talking about.
No, leave it to the bigger weeb to know more than I do right now currently.
Wow. Wow. Do you even weeb, bro? Do you
Oh,
even?
No,
it's
not this morning. So
That's not what I meant.
2 crates. It was guarded by a bunch of heavily armed people. Not a bunch, but there were 4 mounted, heavily armed, full-plated knights in gold, and they had the insignia of a white bland face on it. And Pete's character would know them to be Knights of Rao, but in my game they're called, or in my world they're called Envoys of Erudition. And they serve the deity Rao, which is the god of reasoning, debating, knowledge. Mostly
Knowledge.
mostly reasoning. They try to they're known as diplomats, but they try to reason first. But if it comes to a fight, then they'll more than happy take you down to prove a point. There were 4 of them guarding the large wagon, and there were 2 others in just simple rows with rapiers. There was a half elf who was having a sort of, I guess, discord with some of the citizens from this village. And you guys saw all of them, a good number of citizens taking books from the village and parchments and putting it on the wagon. There was this elderly gentleman, well, rugged old man, in gold plate armor with twin gold blades. He held this massive tome as the half elf, I guess, diplomat was speaking.
I want his gold blades now. Kevin's gonna
As
turn
the
into a
cart was getting
rapper.
closer, Nemea was struck by some sort of otherworldly force and passed out. She was given 2 options to hopefully maybe accomplish her goals by 2 ancient old ones, or Apavians is what they're called in Amzoria. Apavians were the ones that came to this world, made the world, and then left it to the primordial primes to do what they could.
So they're the elite of the elite.
You can consider them gods of the universe, pretty much. They wander the multiverses, creating worlds, destroying worlds, doing what they want, pretty much, because they just have that kind of power. But they're called Pavians, and 2 of them reached out to you, Nemea. One was called Seobald, the Harvester's Souls, and Hernok, the Crimson Queen. Both offered you immense power, but both offered in return that you would betray your pact with Asmodeus.
Fuck Asmodeus.
And with that, he had a choice to pick which one, and both voices came from either, or the voices came from either of the obsidian boxes. So the choice right now for Nemea is pick which one. How am I going to get them? The older gentleman knight came forward and approached and did something almost like Nemea's detect magic with her eyes, and sort of got a gauge on the party. Very, very, very easygoing. He was just very observant of the group. You learned his name. His name was Sir Thaddeus. Sir Thaddeus Selfsmord.
Yeah, see that smile? Yeah, that's exactly what I did, except for I was
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a coincidence. I see.
It's just a
Very.
coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
Yeah, see,
Well,
yeah, that's
I
why.
was
That's
all
why
about
That's
to
why.
be ready.
Yeah, that's
Wink,
why.
wink, wink.
That's why Elena wasn't there. So Elena
Yeah,
would have been
That's
away.
why when I announced it, I was like, man, if Lane was here, she would be like, "Fuck you, Tyler."
Yeah.
So
It is definitely a coincidence and has no connection to anything outside of this game.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
We left it off where Nemea finally awoken from her mind being blitzkrieg by 2 ancient old ones.
Yeah.
The group began to leave and make their way across the Hudquid Bridge. You guys, like, the Hudquid Bridge in Harwallow is probably a good, like, 300 feet, 400 feet from each other. It's not that far away, so you guys can still see each other. And we left off where you guys are just sitting there, and Nemea is covered in blood because she was spewing blood from both her mouth, her nose, her eyes, her
Is
ears.
it
Not every
her blood
orifice.
or just happens
blood.
to also be
It-
blood? Oh,
It's her
great.
blood for sure. So
Oh,
pretty-
fantastic.
she's pretty exhausted right now. But I'm not gonna give Nemea a point of exhaustion right now.
Okay, I was gonna say, bitch, I
Um,
just long rested. I don't want to spend
She
all my
actually
healings
passed
on
her,
you.
her con saving throw. So with that, you guys are all together in the cart. Some of the people are waving goodbye from the nearby village of Hartwallow, and they're walking back. You do see a large bell tower in the middle of Hartwallow. You guys are on the
That's the
road
one.
facing Hartwallow. Behind
This
you,
is
you
for
see the
Elena to
caravan
see,
of
like, just.
envoys of your edition, and they'll let you guys take from there.
I know it's freaking massive. It's amazing. You haven't seen it yet. You weren't here.
No.
It was amazing. It's the new dice set that just came out. But yeah,
All right, so
I would
from-
Chemdeer. We're jumping in.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are jumping in.
Jump in the hole. Let's go.
All right. I'd just be like, Nemea, are you okay?
Oh, fabulous. Thank you for asking, darling.
I
I'm
you're
going
covered
to
in your own blood.
Oh, yes, I am. This is
hobble
quite
up.
odd.
I mean,
To
usually
Nemea.
it's not really like a uncommon sight to see, but usually it's not your own loss.
Would
Well,
you like a
it's
drink, Nemea?
So what's this drink?
It's bad juju. Literally, that's the name.
I bet she won't.
No, thank you, Tom.
Okay.
I'll give you 100 gold to drink it, Nemea.
No. Hard no.
With less blood in her system, she'd probably get intoxicated faster, you know.
Yeah, very true.
Who are
That's
those?
true, let's not.
Who are those people?
I have no clue.
They're Knights of the Edition. They are from the Library of Rao. One of those kind of mediaries, in a sense of they're gonna do what they need to do, but if someone tries to fuck with them, they'll fuck you up.
I'm
Are
looking
they
at
good
the...
guys or bad guys?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
by the way that Tay described it, I think they're more neutral guys.
Yeah. They kind of do what they need to do for their own group. I wouldn't necessarily label them as good or evil. Sometimes it may be for the greater good. Sometimes it may be in a more quote-unquote evil sense. But it's kind of they do what they need to do.
Do we
Yeah.
know where they are going?
No, we have
No.
not asked them. My personal guess might be back to the library back. Where do we? Fuck.
Capital, Torgon.
Yes, in Torgon. Yes. Jesus. Fuck. Capital.
Are you okay, darling?
It's been a long day. Lots happened in the past 48 hours.
Yeah.
How far away are they, Mike?
So you guys are about
They're on the
You're
map.
about
It would
100
be like what? They're just on the bridge.
they're about to get on the bridge. They're about to cross over the bridge. And you guys are in between the bridge and Huglet, or the bridge and Hartwallow. And they're about to just walk onto the bridge. And the bridge is pretty large, obviously. It's a pretty big bridge. Made of wood.
So they're within 500 feet, correct?
They are within 500 feet. Yeah.
So would I be able to dimension door to the back of their cart?
Yeah, you can.
Shit. Well. here we
They're
go.
they're on the map's perspective. They're like 80 feet away.
I have a question.
Sure.
Long rest. Do I get all of my HP back?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
But only half your. Yeah.
If you're using D&D Beyond, you can just hit the long rest button.
It doesn't work for me for some reason.
If you click, so when you click long
You have
rest,
to
it'll
click it
say like,
twice.
yeah, you have to click confirm after you
And then
save
click
long
the
rest.
check mark. Yeah. it's
Oh, I
pretty-
have to click confirm. Oh,
Yeah, so-
I thought I was
Yeah.
waiting for it to time.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
thought
Thank
that
you.
for
I
a
did
while
the
too, and
same
I was having
thing.
issues with it.
I did
I was
the
like,
same
why
thing
is
for a while.
nothing resetting? Okay.
It's a good feature though, just because like maybe you didn't hear the DM and you're like, oh, I'm gonna take a long rest. No, you don't get a long rest. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You don't have to completely reset it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Like if you have like all these stats effects and stuff. But anyways,
Great.
um,
I'm going
yeah,
to
they're
dimension door to
about
the
80
back
feet
of the cart.
as Gerald had You guys do see that there is another group. There's some travelers going by on the bridge. You see there's another group of what looks to be the same road people with the rapiers dressed like them, led by a very small golden halfling with a large pointy hat, sort of like a dunce cap. It has like sideburn straps that goes all the way down to where his nipples would be. And he's walking in with a, well, it's not really a staff, it's a rod, but to him, it's probably a staff. But he's just walking forward. You see him wave to the group. The old gentleman on the horse, the Gold Knights, Thaddeus, waves back, and they sort of stop just as they got onto the bridge and begin to converse with each other.
Also, did you give them their ability to move their tokens?
Yes, I gave them the ability to move. I gave them all control, so go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, because I do have it up on stream, so yeah. Nice.
You guys might want to put your
there's the-
names on your tokens though.
I have it on mine that everyone's named, but yeah, if you want to...
I only have my own.
Oh, I see.
Let me take a look.
Oh, that's Elena. I'm just like, who the heck was that?
Settings.
See, my question is, oh yeah, that's right. It is weird. I'm not like I still don't know how to do the location pinging dot or whatever.
You just gotta hold left.
Oh, you just have to hold left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. And how
Anyway,
do you do
so
the how do you
this
do the
map
distance?
isn't completely where we're at.
There's a ruler.
So,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah, go
there
ahead
we
and get
go.
your feel
Upper
for the roll.
Yeah, so on the left side underneath the magnifying glass, snap to center or snap to corner. I do snap to center.
Snap to
click
center
on-
is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, you click on where you're at and kind of where you're looking to go. So
And if
like
you
right
hold
now,
down left, it'll tell you
Yeah.
how far.
so,
Okay,
like,
I
from
have
the-
snap to
from the main
center.
guy, I'm
Okay.
100. Yeah, from the main guy, I'm 120, and I'm about 130 from the cart.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah,
So
so
I'm
I can.
going-
Okay, there we go. See, now I have
So
the
I'm-
little.
I'm just gonna move 10 feet forward just so I can stay within 120 of everything. Just in
Sure.
case-
Yeah. Anyways, this this map is not
Yeah.
technically where you guys are at. This is just
Oh, okay, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Okay.
just
never
Yeah.
mind.
giggles, yeah.
Giggles to shits.
So they're all basically, if we're looking at the map, they're all still at the edge, but they're all coupled. They're all in marching order, talking to each other with the wagon in tow. But anyways, yes. So
I'm going
you
to
guys
dimension
are-
door into the back of the cart.
So you would like to dimension door. Before we get to that, is there anything else people are doing right now? I know Argos, you haven't really presented any inputs. Gambier, what do you guys do right now? As Nemea sort of begins to sit up, eyeing directly at the wagon, it's very apparent that she's eyeing at the wagon.
I
So-
have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
Sure, question first.
By golden halfling, do you mean he's gold like
He's dressed the same
the
as
Yoda from
Thaddeus.
Spaceballs? Oh.
It's
Can't
a
remember.
real-
Everything's the same as Thaddeus. It's just that he's an older man now.
No, so
Oh,
the knights,
and a
along
halfling.
with Thaddeus,
Yeah.
are dressed in
mean,
gold,
that was a halfling.
gilded full plate. So basically,
Okay.
yeah, they're gilded. It's gilded. It's not real. It's gilded. And this halfling has gilded robes, but has this really black, pointy hat with like sideburn straps.
Okay.
And you can sort of see the same look of the whole group. So it looks like these two groups have met and are
Gotcha.
talking to each other.
Okay.
So
If
right
I,
now there are 5 mounted people, including Sir Thaddeus. There's 8 of the robed guys with rapiers. There's the half elf, the female half elf, and then there's now this halfling
Gotcha.
that are all talking on the bridge with this wagon full of God knows how many really priceless artifacts.
If it comes down to it, and we have to kill these people, I'm interested in sacrificing the halfling.
Oh, okay. For fuck's sake, are we, like,
I'm
I'm just putting it out there.
I don't
I'm
know,
just
I-
putting it out into the universe.
look,
And
don't,
if the universe decides it wants to fulfill my wishes, then it will.
I'm just letting you know right now. I have no clue what's going on. I am not partaking in this combat.
can we not like jump on into fucking kill things? Like what?
We're not gonna, maybe, but I just
She's
wanted to...
she is dimension dooring right now.
She's dimension dooring behind the thing.
Yeah.
where do you?
Door, verbal and somatic, Kyle.
I think so.
I
Anyway,
believe
yeah.
so.
Oh,
Okay, so she pulls out her rod and she.
oh, for fuck's sake, where are you going?
So Nemea is right now pulling out her rod. She's
Yeah.
using arcane focus, but she's still using somatic and verbal, speaking in infernal.
It's just verbal, by the way.
It's just verbal. So she takes out her. She still takes out her focus. And
Oh, God damn
verbalizes it.
What?
And you can all see the direction that she's looking at, and there's this large. What was the door look like again, Kyle?
It was it's like kind of like it's a hellish door, pretty much,
Okay.
with a Valkyrie with a little
Sure.
skull coming out.
It appears right
Oh, for fuck's sake.
right above the wagon, and as it appears, and Nemea, as you step through, all the knights immediately look up or like towards the wagon.
I'm walking in the opposite direction, just to let you know.
Immediately, the door is shifted 10 feet back behind the wagon, and sprouting from beneath the wagon, a arcane glyph of sorts appears, and two iron and wooden hands make its way out, and the knights and some of the guys back up as they all look completely your group's direction. Kemdir is just walking.
Yeah, I'm walking away.
Who's driving the wagon? But the wagon's definitely
Yeah.
still staying there.
No, I like if I can't take the wagon and I just hop off the horse, like hop
Right.
off the wagon and just
Got you.
I just set the just like I don't even tie it up or anything. I just start walking in the opposite direction,
Sure.
away from
Yeah.
it, just like I'm not having any of this.
Sure. This large iron gauntlet, two of them, stretched through this glyph as if it was coming out from under a hole. Raises one arm. You see this large, what looks to be a wooden log, like forearm and shoulder, raise forward, and you can see this large construct appear. Nemea and Dieter, you would know this as a shield guardian, as it appears from this glyph. And Nemea, you walk forward
Great.
and step right behind it on the edge of the wagon, and everyone is just looking at you, along with the shield guardian who turns around.
I'm going to open the immediately go to the chest that
Sure, you wade
Yes.
through it, and it's at the front of the wagon, these two large obsidian crates. As you're going through, everyone's just looking and about to like
Yeah.
brace forward. What is the rest of the group doing besides Kendir? We'll have this going really like cinematic fast.
Yeah,
Ah.
I think in
Guys
slow
just see
motion,
Nemea's door and then just a large
exactly,
construct
like-
appear.
like she hears Nemea going, like speaking in front. She's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, where are you go?" Oh, fuck. Like I think honestly, Peak is just kind of like weighing her options. Like, do I pull out my crossbow and be ready for something, or do I just let this play out first?
Right.
So she's like watching, like with all intent, like trying to get a read on everybody as much as she can.
Right.
At-
Okay. Argos, what are you doing?
oh you go you're going with them first, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them real quick. Because I want to see because they're obviously at that side.
I am. My reaction is just, oh no, reactionary sanctuary.
Oh no.
Reactionary sanctuary on Nemea.
You can't say sure what's the range because they are like
I will check.
They
30
are
feet.
over. No, you cannot because she is technically over 100 feet away from you right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So is it now in this point where we are this close, or are we still like a
I'm
good
setting you up
distance
right.
away?
I'm setting you up right now.
Okay, thank you.
You guys are actually farther away.
But
Okay.
So how far we are from all of this right now?
You guys are about 120 feet away.
Okay,
So that would put
now
me at
this-
like
this is where we're
100,
at now.
and
Okay.
I would have just moved an extra 30 feet away, so I'd be
He's fucking
170.
eating.
Sure, yeah, you're
He's
off the
eating
map.
the
You're
other
off the map.
direction.
Cool, I got you.
Kemdir doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, no.
Argos, you said you want to. What's the range on Sanctuary?
60.
Oh,
60.
okay.
You're just like, it's not far. It's too far. Dieter?
I'm gonna stay back and let whoever else would like to initiate what we're gonna do initiate.
Right. Okay. Honja.
Yeah.
Sorry,
This
I've been trying to figure out labels.
No, you're fine.
Feline dash to Nemea's side.
Honja just sort of just stands up on the wagon, looks over yonder. This is insane.
Hello.
just
This is insane.
let's just wait this one out. I don't want to.
Give me a second. I'm going to look up
Oh,
some
fuck.
things.
Taste
Well,
freak
it looks
out.
like we're gonna have to save Nemea from a beheading.
Oh yeah, most
Public
likely.
execution.
It's
Most
a
likely.
day that ends in. Wait. Hold on.
Fuck. Well, looks like this ruins my chances at the library. Fucking whatever, it's fine.
It's a day that ends in end, so we're good. That's what we do on days that end in N.
Looks like I'm not gonna learn about my shit.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm just saying, I'm. Well, no. Well, I don't know. It's. We'll figure it out.
Hey, bro, you're a changeling. You can come back as anyone.
Yes. Well, okay, because true. This is true. And she does know that I. Okay. Yep. No, we're fine. This is fine.
It's fine.
He's a
Nemea.
changeling.
So then so we're just gonna continue with Nemea then. Nemea, go ahead. As you are moving forward, there are two black obsidian crates. The shield guardian is still standing there as if it was about to move, but it did not move. The rest of the caravan pull out their weapons. The knights pull out their heavy crossbows pointed at you in the wagon. The half elf is like pulls out her lutes and sort of looks at Thaddeus, or the older man, and he's just like, "Friend of yours, darling." The old grizzled veteran on his horse sort of trots forward, no weapons out. He's the only one without weapons out. And as you're now sort of face to face, as it's a 6 horse drawn wagon. It's a big wagon. You see him across the way, and these two large obsidian crates, both emanating this powerful, sinister aura about them, and both are just drawing towards you, like, "Take me, no, take me," just that kind of stuff right now going in your head. It's sort of hard to really feel the situation if you can see Thaddeus or not.
Yeah.
But you can't see him in plain view. You're just too focused on this, and the older knight just raises his hand out, and everyone still has their weapons out, but they're not doing anything. So what are you doing right now? Oh, by the way, the halfling behind you started trying to get up on the wagon. He's like, "Okay, you across the line, your friend."
I'm gonna walk up to Seobald's chest.
Seobald's chest?
Yes.
Oh no!
Okay, so before you is they look exactly the same. However, you do see on each side of this crate, you see what looks to be like a ghostly, like etched into the obsidian, like this ghostly way, like this ghostly ethereal sort of like flame, with a spiral behind it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, you can sort of see a reverse corn symbol. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, you were right in front of you, and you were looking at this crate. You're probably good, like maybe 2 feet away. With you have your rod out. You do glance up at Thaddeus, who is just quietly observing you with his hands still up.
I look at Thaddeus and I speak directly to him, saying, "The Lord of Change is coming."
He immediately puts his hand down and he rests both his hands on his arms on his saddle. He's like, "Take one."
A furry?
Mugain or the half-elf's like, "Wait, what?" And Thaddeus turns and was like, "Everyone hold. Take one."
Peak literally is reading the situation and makes the exact face like.
Kamdir is gonna literally turn around and
he's
just go. He's just gonna rub his temples, just like, what's going on?
So as you say that, because you don't know how to open this, so
Yeah.
Thaddeus is gonna ride to the side, and he's gonna he's staring at you, eyeing you down.
I'm going to keep on
What
staring
you
at him
said
as well.
really you can't tell. He's really hard to read.
Yeah.
He's just so grizzled. There's scars all over his face. His
Yeah,
eyes
so
don't even
stoic,
look
pretty
the
much,
color.
yeah.
They're so stoic.
Yeah, stoic.
Stoic. Oh yes. He trots towards you, and he leans in and says, "Are you sure? Do you know what you're saying?" This Lord of
Yes. It has been confirmed.
That is yet to be determined, but that is a name that no one speaks of. And
Oh.
if the Lord of Change is coming, then I can see why you're so interested in one of these Apavian crates.
If I do choose one, I have to promise to myself and to the world that I will prevent from what the Lord of Change is going to do.
Well, I'm not directly opposed to it, but these are extreme circumstances. And the halfling behind was like,
Especially if you say it like that.
Daddy, what are you doing? It's okay, Zima. This one here is different. He goes into what you see is a large ring of keys, and he pulls one of the two obsidian keys and he tosses to you. It says,
I
"That's
catch
the
it.
one."
I open the chest.
Sure. Well, it's gonna take a minute. You open
Yep.
the lock, but he watches you. Thaddeus watches you just unravel it, the chain, and as you put the key into the padlock, you notice that all of the talismans on the crates just burn up. All like 100 of them just burn up instantaneously, leaving no traces. As you pull the chains, they don't seem to be as difficult. It doesn't look or appear to be as physically straining as you thought. You just pull it and it just comes off. It opens from the top. As you open in, this wave of cold air, it's invisible to everyone else, including you. It's just this cold air, and all you can see in this box is just complete darkness. But as you peer in, you do see what looks to be a swirling little wisp.
I reach down into it.
As you reach down to it, it absorbs into your hand.
Oh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. As you all see in the back, Nemea sort of raises her right hand with her rod and she's gripping it as it's not a painful feeling, but it's a feeling of very, very uncomfortable.
Pure ecstasy. No, I'm just kidding.
Sure. I mean, yeah, if you see it.
Constitution 20. Dirty.
20? Dirty 20? Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
You
Nemea,
take
can I
9
have
points
those
of psychic
chains?
damage as you you hold yourself in the ground, and Thaddeus sort of just smirks a little bit and tells you to get off his wagon.
I get off the wagon and I look back at Thaddeus and I say, I thank you for this.
As you begin to walk away, he does mention in the distance, don't what was it? Don't stray too close to the cold. Try to always eventually keep warm sometimes.
Keep warm sometimes. I giggle at what he says.
The rest of the group are just looking at Thaddeus, and Thaddeus just tells him no mind. The half elf gets up on the wagon and starts like bickering at Thaddeus, who Thaddeus just like ignore, and then motions the rest of the caravan to move forward. The halfling is looking onward at you and the group, and he's just rubbing his his beard, and he's just like, what? And that's that. They walk over the bridge. You guys see Nemea approach. Nothing's changed demeanor-wise or physically. She looks the same. But she rejoins with the group.
Quick question, DM.
Yeah.
Is the Asmodeus symbol still on my back? Can I feel it?
No, it is actually now a scar.
Oh.
Okay.
As if where was that again? It was on your
It was
back.
in the center of my back, yeah.
Is inside your back. Okay, yeah. Well, when you can eventually see it, you'll see what it looks like now. But from right now, when you feel it, it just feels like a scar like a faded scar after years.
Yeah.
It's just what it feels like.
Okay.
Do you summon your pack weapon?
Do I summon it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. So this is what it actually now has become. As you summon your pack weapon, which is usually a long sword of some sorts, it takes a while. And instead of that fiery black and purple or red fire, it's this slow blackness. It's just a slow blackness. It takes almost like forever to sort of appear in your hand, and it begins to make this cylindrical, this cylinder type pillar, and now in front of your hand is this large metallic scythe.
Ooh.
Oh. Jewel, is that you?
Yo.
Jewel.
Jewel? Everybody run away.
It's called the
Voice-
Avatar of Death.
A voice so close creeps into the back of your mind, Amaya.
Okay.
I knew the soul would come for you. Now, take me away from this place.
Very well.
Take me away, unsummon me.
Take me away from
Okay,
this.
I put it
Got
away.
one.
Sure.
Take me away from this place. Haha.
As I flex my hands and just like kind of.
You feel a little stiff. You feel some rigidity. Whatever entered your body, you feel a little cold.
Yeah. So like I kind of rub my joints and like kind of.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to cold.
Yeah.
So I'm more used to the fire and.
You do look a little paler. I will let you know that your red skin is a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So is she pink?
Lamea, darling. Who the fuck is the Lord of Change?
He's an old. Oh, BB Rear. He's an old one, and I made a deal with Seobald.
Do I know who Seobald is, DM?
You're not proficient in Arcana or History, are you?
I think history. Let me double check.
You can.
No,
try.
I am not.
Okay, then you definitely would have no clue to start with.
Okay, gotcha.
This is one of those skills that you need to be proficient.
I thought I had history. That's weird.
That's
Interesting.
what I
Whatever.
thought too, because you're a
Yeah,
master.
exactly. You'd think, but I guess not.
I suppose this falls into line with what my deity said. When I came back, I had mentioned to you guys that there is a great evil. And it's not coming from the Nine Hells. It's coming from somewhere else.
I have made a deal with Seobald to fight against this Lord of Change. So I am no longer under Asmodeus.
Like a star.
Yeah, pretty much.
just a little a little pentagram and then a circle.
Yeah.
Traveler guide me. Shit's about to really hit the fan, isn't it?
So
Eternally.
I don't know if I was never
Like-
told of a name, but
Like, don't get me wrong, but the Lord of Change on something that'd be right up my alley. But the fact that you,
I think this is
just-
the bad Lord of
yeah,
Change.
you basically just raided the fucking caravan for the Library of Rao. How the fuck did you even?
did you cast
What?
a spell on them? They just
No,
gave
she
it to you.
Absolutely nothing, darling. I
How
just talked
could
to
you
him.
have brought the chains back?
Can I have a box?
No, he said.
Wait, so,
Get your
they
own
don't-
box, darling. This one's
He
fine.
said we could only get one.
so
Oh.
I mean, like, can we get a book? Like, are they just gonna give stuff, like one thing to each of us?
I don't
I-
believe so.
I'm going to get back onto the car and sit down, and I'm going to kind of collect my thoughts on this new entity that has entered me.
Giggity.
There's
am-
people to talk to about that kind of thing.
Is
I'm
it-
going.
is
I'm
it-
going to sit in the wagon, just kind of keeping an eye on Amaya, just more out of curiosity, and then, like, I just kind of,
Sure.
like, I pull out the purple piercing, just kind of keep running my finger over the traveler symbol that's engraved into it.
Sure. In all honesty, Dieter, you would have knowledge of maybe knowing who Sealbold was or is.
Okay. I don't have Arcana or History.
That's fine, but I'll give it to you because you technically serve a guardian
Okay.
who is Odowa.
That's true. Okay. Do you need me to roll anything for that?
Yeah, go ahead and just roll a whatever you want, History or Arcana. Both go hand in hand in this one.
Okay, I'll just do a straight intelligence check then.
Okay.
What's my intelligence? Oh. A 17
Okay,
plus 0.
sure. Sealbuild is an ancient one and a Pavian, known as the Harvester of Souls, and
Oh, great.
also called the Nether Wraith.
Nether Wraith. Is the Nether a thing, or is it just like a title that she's got?
It's sort of hard to gauge.
Okay.
It's spoken as if it's a nickname. The Nether is it's not something that it's sort of known or
It's not
actually
like a plane necessarily.
maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
It's just never been really looked into. He's often considered the Grim Reaper, but also not considered the Grim Reaper because he's an ancient old one, and we concern the Grim Reapers with what's in our world today.
Right.
Though Seal Build is considered one of the greater Apavians, one of the greater ancient old ones, one of the first ones, the ones that hold a lot of power over most of the facets of reality.
Okay.
He deals with souls. He deals with finding souls. He deals with destroying or even protecting souls. He's also was, from what you can maybe consider, the person that created the whole process of of making souls into what they are. But there's a lot of convolutedness because Seal Build has also been known to be just the Grim Reaper. He just takes souls, but you don't know really what he does with them afterwards.
Okay.
You would know that Odowa does not like Seal Build.
I was gonna say it seems counterintuitive to the
Think of
whole
one greedy
creation thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he's a guardian, he prefers the primordial primes, but the primordial prime of Earth was definitely one that did not approve of that Apavian, because all the Apavians have their own sub-factions within each other.
Interesting.
Well, hell.
Yeah, quite literally.
9 of them.
I mean, hell's a construct.
Hell is literally a construct, darling. Yes, it is.
Hell's a plane? I don't really know what hell is. Can I sacrifice the halfling now?
We're not fucking. Can
You can most certainly
Kidding!
try.
I'm kidding. Have a
I'm-
drink.
Have a
Let's go.
drink.
I fucking need one.
Everyone, let's go. Down the road. Make it
Is-
our way.
Let's leave before they
is-
change their mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is there a
I
tavern
mean,
nearby?
you got what you needed.
You're into hot wallet, then I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
The fuck out of Dodge over here.
the village of Harwallow is a quaint, homely place. Small cottages and homes follow these curved gravel roads. Venturing forth, you come across a large bell tower surrounded by recently burned down homes. The smell of death still permeates from the wreckage. Walking past the bell tower, you see a massive black smudge, a good 10 feet in diameter, in the center, up above on the bell tower, on just one side of this tower, splattered on one side. In the center, it appears to be a charred corpse of a humanoid.
Oh, great.
Oh.
As you continue walking, the talk of the villagers say that the envoys of Erudition appeared and attempted to negotiate with the bandits that had recently taken over. When negotiations broke down, the older knight in gilded armor summoned a light so bright it blinded the entire village. Then fire and tendrils of darkness enveloped the bandits and their leader, picking one by one, locking them within nearby homes, burning them while inside. The leader suffered a fate worse than death, and many do not speak of it. The fall in silence is simply thank Palor and the Empress that the bandits were dealt with. A sense of awe and fear of this older knight and the envoys of Erudition that strode by and protected their village is pretty much all you can hear from idle talking and gossiping as you walk through the curved gravel roads. There is a tavern.
Thank God.
The smell is still fresh. It's probably just maybe a couple hours, but like the wreckage is still there. There's no fire smoke. There's no trailing smoke coming from the village. It's pretty much gone. It's just now embers and sizzling. You can see a good 50 burnt corpses in some of these homes around the bell tower, which the bell tower is still, for the most part, left intact from whatever happened here. As you turn your wagon down the street, one of the gravel roads, you do come across a quaint little two-story building called the Club and Prayer. It has a little mug sign above, and it looks like to be a tavern. You see a good number of people walking in and out, drunk and not drunk. So what do you guys want to do?
I am going to go up to the charred corpse, or the black smudge,
The bell
You know,
tower?
and then I'm just gonna look around it and look at the bodies.
Sure.
Can
Go
I
ahead and
just-
roll investigation check or perception check, and then just send it to me on Discord.
Can I just say something here real quick? I think this is a first for us. Normally chaos doesn't break out until after we get here, but it looks like we kind of walked in on this one.
I mean, we didn't take down their economical power, so
Yeah, we haven't completely
mean-
disrupted the government here, so by all means,
That's a plus.
I mean,
It's
we're I mean,
progress.
I mean, we were 2 for 2.
We're still in the town, Tay. We're
Yeah,
still
but
in the
like
town.
we got here like after shit got fucked up. It didn't happen while we were here.
I
You see
mean,
Honja put one of his paws up to your lips, Tay, and she's like, "Don't jinx us."
Honda, just
Crossbow loaded.
Sentry,
The reloading.
Sentry
circle.
He's just sliding
activated.
you up and down his wrist.
Sentry activated. Power.
I look at him with a
on.
smirk and I take a vial of poison out and I just set it like I set it right in front of me as I'm sitting in the wagon
Right.
and I just gently set my purple piercer right on top of it and I just
Right.
give him a
And
throw.
he's just you're both are looking down at this all happening, and he gives like the biggest grin. He's like, "Okay, yeah, time will tell."
I'm just like I'm ready just in case, but like
Rogue battle.
As you sort of get out from the wagon or do what, you do see Honja as Nemea walks in distance. Honja sort of eyes down Nemea as she's making her way towards the charred embers, sort of staring off in the distance. Turn around suddenly, shakes his head, and jumps down and heads into the tavern. What about everyone else? Everyone heading in the tavern, or who's
Yeah.
staying? Okay.
There's a tavern. Of course I'm going.
Yeah, I'll
Argos, you go to the
tie
tavern?
him.
day drinking.
I am protecting
Day
the cart.
drinking.
Okay. I'll stay with Argos.
Okay. So Tay, Dieter, and Honja go inside.
I will take out the courtesan's fan blade and put it in fan blade mode.
Sure.
Put the piercer away, put the poison away, obviously.
It's a nice day
Put
out.
the poison away. I was
probably
carrying the
around, like,
poison the
70
entire
degrees.
time.
Probably like 17
What
degrees
in
out.
Who
Vietnam?
wants a stiff drink?
As you open the old wooden door, you can just hear this wave of jovialness, but also a sense of like something just
Relief.
happened, and they're all just drinking about it. They're not talking about it, but they are drinking, and you can sort of because now that you've listened from some of the idle talk coming down,
Yeah.
you three sort of just have this like, all right, everyone's talking about it, but they don't want to talk about it. At the bar, you see this elderly woman in a very nice, vibrant baby blue sort of tunic shirt. She has long gray hair with like chandelier bangs, blue eyes, tannish skin, and she has you can see as she's starting drink, she has this large scar going across her throat.
Ooh.
There's a
Shit.
good number of
Shit.
people at the bar, and she's like, yes, I'll get to you. She waves to you three as you enter. Some of the eyes of the tavern patrons look at you. They've never really seen probably a turtle or a tabaxi. And Tay, you have your destined purple hair, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I got the purple
yeah,
hair
yeah,
with
so you guys
the
are just- you
purple
guys are
going
just-
into the red.
A good number of the patrons are looking at you at seeing this crazy.
You're gonna find another 2 pump chump.
The elderly
I
woman.
swear to
across
God,
the
it was
bar,
one fucking time.
He waves you down
Peek.
a little bit. and says,
I need you to
Assholes.
make a dexterity
Fucking
saving
the
throw with
operant
disadvantage.
from there.
Welcome to the club and prayer. Come on in. There's some seats over here at the end of the bar. If you want a table, go ahead and feel free to sit yourself.
21.
You still feel bad.
When a dexterity. Oh, never mind. Continue.
I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I'm like, I feel like that would be a Constitution saving throw, if anything. But it's okay. Continue.
No, yeah, she just sort of sits you, points over. If you want to sit at the bar, go ahead, or if you want to sit yourself, feel free. Drinks, food, we're serving food.
Both. Is both an
Both.
option?
Both is a
I am
both
definitely
is
down for
an
both.
option, dear. Okay. You guys can sit at the
How
bar. or you
much
sit at the
money
table?
do I have? I'm gonna sit at the
You did
I-
get like 1,500.
Yeah, I want to sit at the bar, but in like one of like the corner ones, so I can kind of get a really good view of the room as I'm sitting there.
Did we ever put Dieter's money that she got from the contract?
Probably someone should probably tell her.
You got 1,500.
1,550 gold pieces.
1,050.
500.
1,550.
So 1,550.
Mhm.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Gold pieces.
Gold pieces.
Gold
yeah.
pieces. Yep. Yes. That's. I would love whatever your hometown brew is, and a big salad.
Okay.
Oh,
We can
God.
definitely throw some gickets in a bowl for you. Gicket is what they call lettuce in Anzoria.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
If you have like
we also
some
have
others,
we have some tomatoes and cheese, I guess. We don't
Perfect.
really salads out here.
that's okay. I just yeah, no, this is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Puts down. She doesn't even like ask for money. She's like, it's literally just go ahead. But for a local favorite of drink, we have two. One is a gentle sunset, and then the other is a green dragon membrane. One of my personal creations, actually.
I would like to try the green dragon membrane.
Sure. It's one gold
Yeah.
piece. It's,
All right.
It's definitely a favorite. It's expensive, but hey, I mean, it's worth it.
That's okay.
Cool.
Is there tequila in this world or anything that would
Yes.
like?
Is there tequila?
Well, well, like
That's
alcohol
fair.
in
I'm,
this
so-
world?
I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
I don't
no,
mean
like,
to be disparaging.
no, like so, like because you've
Actually,
renamed a lot of the food. I was like, I didn't know if it was like referred to as something else in your world.
Right. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
figured there was
so
something like tequila.
I
in your
do,
world.
yeah. So basically, most of the stuff. I mean, good majority that I would know in my own knowledge of food and plants and crops, they're in the world. I just named a good majority of them differently, and they look slightly different and maybe taste differently, but that's pretty much it.
Just to let you know, while this is going down, I want to have a conversation with Argos, but I'm also gonna be making potions.
Okay, go ahead and make me an alchemist supplies check, or I think it's intelligence check.
It's intelligence plus proficiency.
Sure, go ahead.
Nice.
How many vials do you have available?
I have.
Is that Numea's playlist?
It is.
Ooh. I totally didn't have it written down. Shit. But I do have I have 4 technically.
Good.
One's a
Okay,
greater, and then those 3. But yeah, because I assumed that the vials would be a part of the alchemist kit, not like an unlimited amount. Like I'd have to buy it
You would
when
have
we
to buy
buy
some eventually.
supplies.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I thought when we restocked. That was part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But like outside of that, I only have 4 from the other healing potions that I have. And then
So, what were you making with these alchemist supplies?
I'm while they're doing this, I'm just restocking with normal healing potions. Because I still haven't found I don't know if I know you. I think you said I could make graders.
No, not that. You can only make it right now.
Okay, yeah, I thought you
Just
said that.
regulars for now.
Yeah, I will just be making regulars, as many as I can. I got a 22.
Okay, and however many vials you have available, that's how much you use. Or that's how much
Okay,
you use.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I
Well-
think from now we'll just keep track of vials.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, actually, I would have 6 normals and then 1 greater vial because I
So,
had
we
the
just-
6 potions.
Okay, I would allow that you can make 2 normals out of that greater vial. So
Okay, so 7.
sure.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah, it's 8. 8 it would be 8. Cool.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Peak and Honja, or no, Peak. Do you want to order something?
What do you have for food right now?
So we got we have an oxen and egg bowl. Pretty much chopped scrambled eggs, grilled ox meat, crunchy potato pieces. Potatoes.
Haters, totters.
White cheese, black beans, and it's on a flatbread, or it's with some scraps of flatbread. That's for a silver. We have an ox sandwich, which is your standard typical ox meat sandwich. We also have one of the favorites here, fish and taters.
Fish and taters.
Fish and taters.
We got cheap wine, we have ale, we have beer. I just offered to your companion here a gentle sunset or a green dragon membrane.
Just to know, are we just gonna use bottles? Like glass bottles?
They should be vials.
Vials.
There's vials in equipment.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see vials.
Hmm.
Cause I'm trying to get it in my inventory just at 0, so I have.
It might be
Yeah, vial.
spelled PH instead
No.
of V.
Vial.
it should be vial.
It's adventuring
It's right
gear. Holds 4 ounces of liquid. Costs 1 gold piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
VIAL.
VI. Yes, that's what. It
Yeah, I mean, if it's in the player's handbook. it
Okay,
should
yeah,
be.
there it is. All right, awesome. Thank you. Sorry for disrupting. I just.
Can I get the oxtail bowl and a tequila sunrise double shot? It's been a fucking day already.
Sure, yeah. So she brings out both drinks at the same time. She brings out your sandwich first, Peak, Arte.
I wanted the bowl, not the
The bowl. Sorry, she brings
yeah.
out your bowl, the oxen and egg bowl.
Yeah.
It's in a nice wooden bowl with a large wooden spoon. Your typical, egg and sausage breakfast bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
And she
So-
brings out basically a tequila sunrise, but it's a tequila sunset.
I fuck with it.
Yeah. And she brings you 2 large hefty glasses. They're like your normal beer shot glasses, like big old fucking. Just,
Ah, queen.
yeah.
That
So
queen.
those are going to be 5 coppers each for the 2 shots. And then so just give me 10 copper, I guess. And then for the tequila, it's 1 gold, or not tequila, the green dragon green. She brings out this large, looks like a silver chalice, and puts it in front of you, Dieter. It's basically a spicy cucumber jalapeno margarita. You can
Oh.
see frost
Yo.
on the end, and you can see her with her hand create the frost effect around the silver.
That is gorgeous.
I'm in
Enjoy.
love.
You taste it, and you're like, yeah, I mean, it has a good amount of alcohol in it, but obviously,
That's okay. That's okay.
it's gonna be hard for Dieter to find something with that much
Exactly.
alcohol content.
So, I'm gonna put 5 silvers for my meal, the drinks, and
Sure.
just add a tip.
Oh yeah, the meal, the total I think the
Yeah.
meal really not bad. I
I think you
it's just
said
a silk for the
you
meal.
said 1 silver for
Yeah,
the.
cool. That's
So
fine.
I'll set 5 so for the meal, the drinks, and.
She's like, my name's
yeah.
Clara. Nice to meet you all. Enjoy yourselves. If you need anything else, just smash the bar and I'll make my way whenever.
Much appreciated, love.
Phrasing, but okay.
No, seriously. Smash, hit the bar as hard as you can. It's
Oh,
pretty durable.
hitch the ball. Okay, okay, we're good. We're
Just
good.
Smash it up, dear. Smash it up, okay? There's a lot of people in there.
Okay, no problem. I can do this. Thank you. I've forgotten your name already.
Oh.
God damn it.
Clara.
She sort of walks away. She's like, it's Clara. Don't worry about it.
Clara. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names.
Honja's just like, wait, I didn't get a drink. I didn't get a
Excuse me.
drink.
Here, I will share.
Excuse me.
I will share with Honja.
Ooh, too cold. Too cold.
Oh,
I
sorry.
I slide the tequila sunrise or the tequila sunset over to Honja if he wants to try it.
Now, I just want beer. Ale, please.
Kegs and eggs, Honja. Kegs and eggs.
I'm
Eggs
actually
and
good. Thank
eggs.
you. I'm good. Why I'm in the middle between 2? He was gonna sit the outside. At the other bar. Beer.
He
Clara,
physically
Honja,
moves.
Honja, you gotta bang your fist on the table if you want her attention.
Yeah.
Takes out his knife. Starts
That's-
just
Your fist.
digging at the table.
When he takes up the knife, I put my hand up real quick. Your fist, darling. Don't fucking.
You have to
Okay,
make
so he puts his knife
noise.
down. He takes out his claws. And
Bro,
I'm
bro,
I'm
you
fine
have to
with
make
that.
noise. You cannot just murder the table. I'm sorry.
he's like on time. He's like, "Nyeh,
You're-
nyeh."
Honja, you got this fucking yoked in 2 weeks and you still are trying to scratch things? Like, I figured you want to actually punch things.
Clara eventually comes by and she's
I
like,
did try. I did try.
Oh.
she makes 2 ales for Honja, and Honja just Honja sells out. I was like, ah, thank you. Calmly puts the amount of coppers on there. I was like, what? I'm a bit restless. This has been a very, very.
We've been very high strung recently, yes.
Yeah,
I would give
it's
you
been a
that.
lot, even for me.
I mean,
go ahead and
just an
scratch
hour
Honja
ago.
behind the
Fuck
ear.
me,
Oh, Honja takes the first swing. He's like, yeah, pretty much. He's loving it.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
probably
Yeah,
way
Honja's
too
only Honja's only 18.
Mm,
He's 18 years
We
old.
don't,
he's out
We
there.
don't card.
man.
we don't
I'm
card.
just I'm
Holy
just,
shit,
it's fine.
he's all young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's sitting there getting
That's
freaking
what happens
wasted,
when your
man.
entire
Ooh.
clan
I
is
mean-
murdered.
I mean, Tay's only 25. Like,
That's true, but at least Tay has seen more. Yeah, different
I've-
walks of life. Different
I've-
walks.
You're all
yeah.
young compared to me.
different strokes for different folks.
That's true.
He's seen some grittier shit. I've just been traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor.
So you guys, you three in the bar are just gonna relax and just
Foreshadowing.
enjoy your meals. So you guys definitely
uh.
rehydrate a little bit.
I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee and I'll be right
Yes, go do that.
Yeah.
You drink.
Hemdir, you're out still working. Well, technically still working on making potions.
Yeah, and I would be
like some of the kids are like peering over the wagon, and you're just too busy and confused with your work, and you.
Shit.
I'll mess with the
okay.
kids.
Good.
Sure,
She
Argos
didn't
just steps in
ruin
like,
it.
"Come here, little ones." Ah! Just kidding.
I'd just be like Argos.
Godzilla. No, that's fine. If you want to, yeah, there's probably like maybe a couple of kids, children, just investigating their curiosities of what's going on in the wagon. They see this very, different
The two
dressed
scary
person, and then
people.
you, of course, you guys are
We
places and
stand out in
people
the
of
fucking
interest.
crowd.
Yeah, you guys really stand out. This whole group stands out. So,
I was like
Even
Argo.
the human. Like,
Bear in mind the spines, please.
yes, they rattle. The
I'll just give
as,
you like
as,
a
as
back
Argos
rub
gets
right
out of the
on your
wagon, the
skull.
wagon shakes a little bit, and you're just like, oh my god.
well, if we're planning over you, I am going to grab some breakfast real quick.
Okay, that's
If we're
fine.
if we're panning over to Argos and Kemdir for a sec, since the other
Sure.
two
Yeah,
are.
and I'll just-
Everybody's gone.
Exactly. I'm just like, I literally just need to put some bread in the toaster and
Yeah,
put
and-
slap some butter on it.
Yeah, no, I was eating while they were doing their thing. Well, I mean, we were. I'll just be like Argos. So, what do you think about that? What just happened with Nemea?
He's got like 2 kids on his shoulders. He's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there while just like doing potions, just like
It's more than 2. Let's be honest. here.
Sure, whatever.
it's a 1d6. It's 1d6 minus 4 children.
Well, I'm not really sure what to think, honestly. She did some stuff. They were prepared to attack. They didn't. She doesn't seem very inclined to share what happened super much. So, I'm gonna leave it at that. We're all a bit mysterious here to each other.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
Nobody's asked me about my goddamn harpoon.
oh, how's your harpoon?
What?
How's your harpoon?
Harpoon is excellent.
Oh. Spines. Remember, Argos. You have children. Please don't hurt the children.
Intentional.
Okay. But no,
Oh yes, because I'm the one who just completely brainwashes them or anything like that. Since Pete's not here to defend herself.
you're not wrong on that one. But no. My next
all have our things.
DM, my next question is, would I know? I would know where tieflings and draconians and dragonborns are. I would know.
You know where you're coming from. You've seen the map.
Okay.
You know that they're from there.
Okay.
Just not the specifics.
Yeah, just not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to be sure before I ask my next question.
Sure.
So, how do you, after everything that's happened, how do you feel about being so close to home?
Oh, I want to get out of here immediately.
Yeah, I mean,
With the current power of your office, I am going to try and keep a very low profile. There could be, depending on who we meet, there could be people who still want a public execution of my kind, even if I fought for their side in the war or not. They see my entire race as something that needs to be put down.
Yeah.
So I particularly do not want to stick around very much. I wish to complete this contract very quickly and leave.
Yes.
In all intensive purposes, Lotus is not my home. Might be where I was born and raised as the Draconian Collective, but I feel as though my true home is a small, tiny little village in Oglover.
I have no clue where
And
that
it's
is.
What?
And it's gone.
No!
It's deleted, and there's just a big middle finger in front of your face from an invisible white gloved hand, and then you just see Oglover just lifted into the sky.
I mean, it's just not Oglover.
No. He's like, yeah, I won't never say it again. No. Yeah, I know the feeling about being afraid of what could be on the other end. But
Oh, I've met the other end. They do not like me.
yeah, so have I.
I mean, like,
But it still doesn't change
the
the fact.
general I served for in the war, like, would have gladly murdered me at any point.
Yeah,
Scary thought, man.
yeah, I get you on that one. I mean, it's definitely it's just after hearing about the Draconian and the fact that we're so close, and I'm actually a little concerned about Nemea. The closer we're getting now, she's got a weird scythe and apparently chose a new deity, and especially what's happening with Honja. He's covered in symbols from Baal. I know who Baal is, and that is not a good sign. I don't know this other. I wouldn't know this other god. No, that's what I figured, because he's not in my wheelhouse. And I
understand your concerns. I truly do. Onja's transformation is concerning. Nemea is also taking steps.
don't tell me Nemea is gonna get really yoked.
But I don't know that. I don't think Nemea's really into the bodybuilding type.
I don't know. I didn't think Honja. I didn't
We
think.
look back, she's Zarya.
Yeah, exactly.
But you and I being the more trying to keep the peace a bit more, being on the lighter side of the alignment and choosing to follow peaceful and righteous deities, you have to understand that each person walks their own path, and it is not our choice it's not in our power to change them and to guide them. They have their own path to walk.
Yes, and
As to us,
and
they make their own decisions. They fall with their own deities, if they so choose.
yeah.
We can only hold them accountable for their actions that they show us.
You're not wrong. It's not trying to control them. It's more of a concern, because it's something that I have to be concerned with. But at the same point, within the things I do, I have no right to. What right do I have to judge anyone? I don't. Even with this business, with has Peak, just out of curiosity, has she ever mentioned the Traveler to us?
I don't believe so.
I think so.
No.
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 No. Okay. Yeah, that's all I need to know.
To somebody.
That's all I need to know.
You guys were with We Men. I got the engraving on the purple piercer, so if you saw it then, you could have inquired about it. But
Was
nobody.
it on the goodbye note though?
No,
I'll
she said she had
double-check
to.
No.
She said she had to take care
It
of
was
some
like-
things.
It was
Yeah.
personal business.
Especially
The only
with
thing-
especially with Tay just up and leaving and then coming back, and now she's becoming more risky. Well, it's not trying to change people, Argos. Understand. It's more trying to keep a balance, because
Kim, we have never been a balanced group. Let's be honest.
No, we have not, and
We're
that's
a bunch of loose cannons, duct taped together, with gunpowder everywhere, on a sinking ship. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We've made it this far.
Question
Well,
DM,
What's
what's gunpowder?
Pushing forward.
Oh, what's gunpowder?
What's gunpowder?
Ask the man.
What's gunpowder?
What's
Dragon
duct tape?
sulfur. My bad.
Oh, gunpowder, it does exist. Not very many people know about it. It exists only in Eastia. The Tieflings were the ones that created it.
Would I know what gunpowder is?
Yeah.
With fighting with.
You did
Tieflings?
fight when you fought in the war. You did see some Tiefling units
It's been
utilize.
like, what is that? Wait, I have sword. Yeah.
Right, utilized this dark graphite powder infused with fire, like the element of fire magic, and it produced this relatively large combustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That set projectiles, even full-on massive objects at things.
yeah.
You don't know what they were? They were like mini dragons to your eye sometimes.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, wait, what?
I mean,
You
we
have dragon
Argos.
breath in your hand?
Argos, we've only known each other for a month and a half. I don't expect any sort of change to
I know you
happen.
through and through.
But it's more of a concern of, I guess, more of a concern because I've been out of my element, and the fact that I was only out here for a month and died. And again, no one has talked to me aside from Tay about that. So I understand.
Are you accusing me of not being a good friend?
I mean, you're complaining about your harpoon, Argos, and you never asked how it felt when I died. I mean, you know.
Kim dear,
Yeah.
being probably one of the two most religious people here in this party, I don't know, bro. You asked me one question like, hey,
Yeah, I
Argos,
know.
how do you pray?
No,
I'm like,
no. Honestly, you guys.
Oh,
are
I thought
the
you were
two
talking to
most
me like ask you. I asked you
No,
if you're
no.
not allowed.
Tom's
but-
over like, what?
Yeah, I was like, "What's up?" No, but honestly, yeah, you guys are the two most religious. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, yeah. She didn't come ask. She didn't ask me. She asked everybody but me.
Well, I didn't know that you prayed really.
That's
I
what,
know
bro.
I've seen Argos pray. For you, it was more so like I have inscriptions on my body.
I pray. It's part of my morning ritual. It's part of my morning routine. I
Oh,
have
shit, I never-
I have a morning routine, and every morning I tell Mike I'm doing my morning routine.
I
don't-
didn't know
I
it
don't
was part of your
dis-
morning routine. My bad. Anyway, I'm not part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Continue. My bad.
Argos.
Well, being the two most religious people in this party, I guess. I guess I apologize, Kim dear. I didn't know what kind of a toll, and we were always. We had to keep trekking forward. We never had, even with the 2 weeks that we were in Torcon, we were all doing separate things. We've been going very fast, very furious this past month.
That sounds
So
like a very.
every-
That sounds like
Mike-
it could be a good play.
From
It
within
just
the
sound-
bar, you hear this
Very
very faint
fast.
giggity.
Gerald, shut
We've
up.
not had, we've had. We don't know a lot about any of ourselves.
Yeah,
We haven't really discussed much about
yeah.
our personalities, our past to each other.
Again, I mean, I've explained my past to
seemed
you.
almost wrong at the time to ask, as you were resurrected. It seemed inappropriate.
Well,
It seems like almost your business.
I mean, you all saw me died. I don't even know how that. I know how it affected Tay, but I don't know how it affected you guys. The thing is, like I said, I remember up until the point I died. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that. It's
You exploded, Kim dear. You exploded.
what I wait. How did they ate me and then they blew me up?
I guess. I'm not sure. It was all kind of like blinding white flash and things were dead. And then we cleaned up the rest. I think Korea and Peak, something broke inside them, so it was up to me and Nemea to try and forge on and continue with the contract because of where we were.
Yeah, fuck.
We could not afford at that time to get sentimental, unfortunately.
No, I don't expect that. I mean, we were in the middle of a castle.
As soon as we exited that ballroom, we got survivors and we charged Ronibar's lair, and we fought him valiantly for 10 hours.
Valiantly, 10 hours.
It wasn't
No
10
rest.
hours, you fucking asshole.
I like it.
I like it,
Everyone in
dude.
the party gets
It's 10
tingles
hours.
and embarrassed.
Peak and Honja almost died as well.
I was
think
sleeping
Korea
when this
got
was happening.
charmed, but I was preoccupied. It was a difficult, and unfortunately, with your passing, we could not afford any momentary slip-ups.
I understand that 100%. And confronting Roni Bar, I would not expect that, or else you all would have died. That would be asking for him to kill you. And speaking of that, I need to find a way to
Trust
get a
me.
hold of Kreia. I mean, we sent her a message before we left, but I would like to get a hold of her.
Just me when on the boat ride to Circo Star, we were all a bit willing to break a contract with murder.
Yeah.
We all
Murder.
managed to stay our blade upon reuniting with you in Circo Star.
Yeah. Well, and what do you think about the Dieter fellow? I mean, he's a cloud mage, but aside from that, like,
Dieter is a bit of a mystery since he came from another
He's so mysterious.
group.
he's such a bro, though.
But
Did he
Dieter has
sacrifice
come in
his other
as a
group?
steadfast companion.
Yeah.
And I think Dieter has proven himself. Maybe not as much as the rest of us. But I think Dieter will make a fine addition to Black Lotus.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh
like,
my god.
like,
We
Meta.
all just,
Meta.
we all honestly just need to, after this contract, we all just need a bit of downtime to really get acquainted with ourselves.
do you think we should?
We should
I-
friendship circle.
A beach episode.
Oh, that's yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was just like,
The man
I
can
heard
get in a
of,
bikini. Oh.
I heard of a thing called from like Torcon. It's called a beach party.
There are no beaches anywhere close.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Torcon is landlocked.
Yeah.
The center of the goddamn continent. It's like saying a beach party in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a lake.
Exactly. Hey, dude.
Lake party.
Lake. Yeah,
I
lake.
know a
party.
fantastic spa.
No.
So I mean,
Who's gonna meet me down at the rec center and put a giant sand pit in there, and then we'll call it the beach?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can make this happen for you.
Yeah. So I mean, I just worry about what's gonna happen because, judging by the last contract we had, nothing is gonna be simple in this
The
situation.
last contract was difficult, yes, but I feel it was a very big learning experience. Everything up to this point has been a learning experience. We wrote our own contract. We know how to do that. We can do that. We can
And-
make this contract easier
Yeah.
by
Let's
taking
hope.
what we learned and applying it.
Also, how
Hopefully
are
nobody
you
dies
after
this time.
being almost, mutilated to near death? See, that's Argos. That's how you ask when someone, yeah.
Kim dear, to be honest, It wasn't pleasant, but it's nothing I haven't experienced prior.
But how did you end up outside? Is my other question is because.
That was
And especially the fact that you were naked. This is the first time me seeing a draconian naked. I do not want to see that again. I will let you know right now.
You might want to buy me clothes because I'm kind of freeballing it under this armor.
Well,
here.
no, the armor is fine. I can't see underneath the armor. I'm just letting you know that
I know, but like it's a loincloth and that's about it, bro.
But I mean, I can't see it. I was the only one dragging you. I saw everything. It was just all out there.
Yeah, well, clothes tend to be, not the greatest purchase when you're 9 feet tall.
Well, no, I'm just saying as far as like now is fine. It's armor, but you might want to consider, getting yourself some padded undergarments and stuff. I don't think you're growing anymore. I think you can afford that, or at least get you some shorts.
Got a wife beater and what's it called? Cargo pants.
Yeah, there you go.
That is Argos's look.
I dig it. But yeah, no, just know, Argos, that we came for you, and I tried to.
Oh yes, I watched Demea and both Honja fall from the rafters. And
Yeah, I did not make it to you, and I do apologize.
Kimdir, it's truly fine. Once I was released, I had a vendetta.
But what happened? How did you end up outside?
I released myself, so to speak, from the chains. Had a bit of help. And then I followed the one who captured me. I don't even remember her name. She's not worth of it. She tried to escape. She went up the ladder to the scaffolding where Honja and Nemea were. Proceeded to throw Nemea off. Honja slipped on my back and fell. And she made her way up to the roof.
Spine breaker.
I followed. I threw her off the roof, and then I landed on her.
Can I
driving
insight
my
check
knee through
Argos?
her chest.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, nice. 17 plus 8. I want to see if everything like he's saying is on the up and up. It's not like.
I mean, maybe not the part where I released myself because I even said so.
Well, no, I'm just making sure it's not. It's more just trying to read. So, what would I get from that?
Everything I'm saying is truthful. You might get. I mean, the only thing that I would be keeping is like the power that I
the releasing point. Like, you don't have to tell me anything because I mean, out of character I know, but
like the avatar. That's about it.
Yeah, so
That's all I'm
I can
kind of
just the only
off
thing
with.
that surrounding is the releasing yourself. So I
Yeah.
come to her just nod and just like.
I mean, you did. I'm sure you saw it.
No,
from
I
when I was
didn't.
on the scaffolding.
No, I didn't.
Oh, right, because all the boxes.
Yeah,
were
we-
I didn't see
we
that.
were on the other side.
That's what he's just like. For retrospect, when Kemder's looking at you can tell he's staring at you, like listening to your words intently, and then he just nods. He's not gonna press. He's just gonna. All right. Well.
And then I promptly fell unconscious.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Like one
So
of those
Honja walks
cool
out by the way,
dream
and sits
meetings.
himself next to Kemdir in the wagon.
Who joined us?
Honja.
Okay.
And then I had one of those cool dream meetings with powerful people, powerful beings.
I have no clue what you're talking about. That does not happen with me.
No, man, you're missing out.
I really feel like I am. I mean, but again,
I've had 2 so far, and they're very impactful.
I just have
Very well.
meetings.
It's like these deities, these powerful beings have prescripted sentences and whatnot. Makes it very powerful.
Mine feel that way, but it's more of you know what you need to do. Are you really worthy of doing it?
Oh,
Mine have so far tried to guide me down certain paths.
Mine have guided me as well. They're not really so down. It's more down a specific path, but yes.
Mine's a fucking
Argos, how many potions do you have?
Oh god.
Not enough.
I probably have quite a bit.
I haven't been healing with potions for a while.
Oh, okay.
I've been able to
been using lay on
maintain
hands. Yeah.
with lay on hands, yeah.
Because my health pool is so low, so lay on hands can basically revive me all the way.
You don't have it on D&D Beyond? And then I'll look at
I
Honja.
don't believe so.
Honja, do you have any health potions?
Rush out.
And then
Okay.
I'll take the 2, and I'll set them in his hands.
I have 1 greater and 3 regular.
Okay, you don't need any health potions. Since
Plus,
you.
Sam would join
all
back
my
in holding.
natural healing.
Oh, true.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah. I'll just say
Yeah, the rest.
I do have health potions, and then as everyone comes out, who needs health potions is the question.
I don't. I have my own.
Yeah, I just give 2 to him because it gets it out of my inventory, and then he has it in his. Does
Yeah.
anyone else need health potions?
If you have extra cool, if not, I should probably brew some eventually.
How many do you have currently?
Gentum.
I don't think I have any,
I will get
but I have healing magic.
yeah. Tay.
I have 4 graders. I'm
Okay,
pretty okay.
yeah,
right now.
you're great. And then Nemea.
I'm good.
Okay, I will.
I'm pretty okay.
Since you have healing magic, I'll give you 1 healing potion,
Perfect, thank you.
and then that's me because I'll have 5 at that point, and since I don't have any graders or anything like that, and I technically have barely healing magic, but it's really.
What kind of is it? Normal?
It's just it's
Yeah.
just a regular healing potion.
Okay, thanks.
I can't make graders yet. I don't have the recipe.
That's okay.
And then also, and then I'll just sit there and that'll end my conversation unless Argos has anything to say about it, anything else. And before we leave, I would like to see if I can procure vials, I guess. 'Cause
There
I'm-
are no shops.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll wait then.
Mike, I don't know if you saw the message. I wanted to try and get the recipe for the oxtail bowl before I left.
Right, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, sorry.
Gotcha. No worries.
I'll give it to you on break.
10-4. Do you need me to persuade or buy or anything or not?
You can ask Clara, yeah. So
Okay.
before you leave, Clara sort of cleans up after all you start leaving.
Gotcha.
I left her a tip.
Cool.
2 gold.
Awesome. Thank you
Aw,
both.
what a
Thank
queen.
you. She made a killing today.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Fuck. Out of it.
I know you're doing your thing, so.
Oh yeah, go ahead, ask me. Go ahead.
Well, also, does anybody out of game? Does anybody need a +1 longsword? Because I still have that from when I fucking absolutely looted the Sir Julian's corpse.
I can't
No, I'm
use.
good, but thank you.
Probably
I
not
can't-
big enough for me.
I can't use strength-based weapons, or else I would take it.
It's versatile.
It is
Versatile.
versatile.
No, that it has to be finesse. I thought it had to be finesse in order.
Oh yeah,
Versatile means you can
Vers-
use it with
versatile
1 or 2
is-
one-handed and
hands.
two-handed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 or 2-handed. So
By the way,
Yeah, I know, but most
you got a
versatile.
scroll 3rd level spell for Moonbeam.
oh yeah, that's correct. You also got Moonbeam Scroll. That's right.
I did?
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we gave it to you. It was in that
Thank you.
chest from the
Yeah.
Green Dumps. Just to
Yes.
give you a heads up.
No, yeah, I'm not sure if we ever put it in your inventory or not.
No,
That's
we
okay.
did not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, unless
I
unless
can use it to make as metal to make something.
I mean,
I already gave you the full plate. That was what that was for.
yeah, this
Like,
is
I gave you quite literal full plate armor.
Full plate, 7 terrible short swords.
Hey, well, I'm trying, my dude. I'm
No,
doing
no,
what I
I
can.
mean they're goblin
Dude,
short swords.
I'm
That's
trying.
totally understandable.
Yeah, I still have the fucking short bows, just Jay chilling.
I mean, those are wooden most likely, so it's like.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can use that as tinder.
Yeah,
we can-
unfortunately.
Coins that I don't have.
Right. Um.
Yeah. If it was a finesse weapon, I would
Yeah, Pete, go
definitely
ahead.
take it.
Yeah. Hey, Clara. I'm a little bit of a connoisseur of food myself, and I actually really enjoyed this bowl. Is there a way that I could be able to get the recipe from you guys? Either.
Yeah, since your group paid so handsomely for it, I mean, I'll just tell you, she just gives it to you.
Sweet.
Yeah, you guys gave her a lot of money, so she scribbles down on notes, random beer-stained piece of parchment, and hands it to you.
Seems pretty accurate. I'm about it.
Legit.
Yeah.
Whatever
put
is
it-
near her.
Dude, that's gonna be the best recipe you know.
I'll put it in my bag of holding. Give her a very welcome bow, and then head on out and meet the rest of the party.
Sounds good.
So it does take the whole window. Yeah, I would. That would be me. I don't know if anyone else has anything to do.
I mean, if
Yeah,
there's no
maybe.
shops here, then yeah, I guess we just.
Nemea,
head
are
on
you
through.
still over by the tower?
Yes.
Okay. So you were examining the bodies. You try to use Eldritch Sight, some of your other abilities. Nothing's working. All you can do is just produce your Eldritch Blast in your hand, and that's it.
Okay.
Every time you try to focus on some of your invocations of things, a cold creeps into the back of your neck and freezes you, like stiffens you from the spine down. You can't. But your investigation led to that these bodies were charred by magical means. You can tell that there's a different layer in the way that they were conducted. You also feel like that looking at it, looking at the charred corpse, especially that's probably the bandit leader. And whatever put it there by force or something.
So it's like embedded into the tower.
It's
the corpse?
not like in the tower. You don't see any distortions of the building itself. It's just stuck there.
Oh, cool.
It's sort of hard to gauge without.
Yeah,
without
it's kind of
somebody
like
seeing
spiked
these.
but not spiked.
Yes.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. There's nothing noticeable to see that it's been impaled into it, but like I said, there is no distortion in the walls itself
Yeah,
that would
that's
make
cool.
it so.
That's cool.
It is. It's also a really grimace, like a
Yeah,
big grimacing scene. Also, like a very unnatural scene. It's just this because
It's
the
like,
tower.
well,
the
with
tower,
the unnatural, it's like Nemea's kind of like, well, that's very interesting.
right? Yeah, I mean, because you probably seen it in day to day back in Zeros. But it's this granite, like this tannish granite tower, bell tower, and there's this large circular black searing or smudge, and in the middle is this corpse, this charred blackened corpse.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
See some of the people walk by and they see you just rumbling through, and they're like, put the hands over the children's eyes and just keep on going.
Do not look.
Don't look at her.
Shield your eyes, children.
Devil children. So yeah, anything else now? You want to do anything else?
I'm gonna pull up my scythe.
Sure. You pull out your scythe. Ching! It's a little heavy actually.
Yeah.
It's just solid. It's just a solid. Move around with one hand. Done
Okay.
out.
I still can't use any of my powers even with my scythe out.
Nope.
All right. Do I sense anything else that might be lingering over the dead bodies?
What are you trying to sense? Like smell, spirits, or what are you trying to do?
The spirits.
Spirits.
Yeah. Just
You could insight, and I'll tell you that like maybe.
maybe.
But there's really no test for that because you don't really have that affinity.
Okay.
Per se.
Maybe, baby.
Okay. Well,
Maybe,
then
maybe.
I'm gonna put it away, and I'm gonna head back to the wagon.
Okay. The silver-skulled, solid silver scythe disappears, and you stride back towards the party, who are all looks like to be distributing potions created by Chem the chemist's chem set.
Chem the chemist chem set. Oh, did you
Just-
find anything interesting, Nemea?
No, just a whole bunch of corpses, darling.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no.
It's that.
Do you
that
know what
might be
happened?
Interesting, depending on who you are.
Are they fresh?
Are they fresh, Mike?
They're probably a good few hours.
Okay.
They're still a little warm.
So I guess we should probably figure out what killed them, but
I mean,
unless it was the library people,
yeah,
then.
yeah,
It was definitely the library.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Also, I mean, are you ever gonna, do things with the green thumbs? And I point to the 2 corpses of the green thumbs that are just in our cart.
Yeah,
Because Honja did
Mhm.
he did grab the corpses that
They're tied up in like some sort of cloth, but there's 2 humanoid corpses along with
Oh my
like
God! There's corpses in
couple-
our cart.
Yeah.
There's
We got a
corpses in our
corpse
cart.
now.
well, dead
Yes.
sheep from
Well,
Dieter.
Give me a
Um,
second.
They smells really bad, and
Yeah, give
unfortunately
me-
Argos has been sleeping next to it, so he's reeks of
Well,
death.
no, it's not. No, it's
I did it
Somehow I
already.
didn't
Yeah.
notice
Oh,
these
yeah, he
before,
did.
but I'll go ahead and do the ritual thing when we've got a few minutes to do that.
Well, when we set up camp, we can
Yeah.
find you a nice little clearing for it.
Probably not right here, but yeah.
yeah.
What
I
you mean?
would
You don't want to do it in
okay.
the middle of this town? Like, I
It's
mean,
not a
come on
matter
now.
of what I want, it's a matter of what the town wants. And the town probably doesn't want that.
I mean, they've seen people burn alive. What's some more corpse feeding? Nothing crazy.
Yeah, but
So I've
I
been
don't know.
I've
No, I'm
been
kidding. I'm kidding. You're making a smart decision. I'm just giving you
okay.
shit.
Thank you.
also.
Are we heading out
I'm
now?
trying to make good decisions.
Yeah, we're
I
heading
appreciate
out.
it.
Are we heading out now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything seems
And out from
fine in
Heart
town.
Hollow.
So where you guys heading?
We're gonna go across the way there to.
Oh, real quick, Honja is gonna sort of, as you guys are making your way out of the village, towards the end of it, he's gonna bring up to Tay. So, what's the whole deal with the green thumbs? You said we're gonna try to squash the beef we have with them.
Yeah.
So what's the plan with that?
Well, the plan was to meet up with them in Oxwall in order to get some type of negotiations. Because honestly, I'm tired of them meddling with our shite, and they are quite over the entire empire. And if we're gonna keep trekking through the empire, we don't need them raiding every single town we go through. Which, I mean, granted, some of it is welcomed, but also at the same time, it's just frustrating at this point. Like, if we want to no-show it, we can, but like, I don't suggest it.
I will not be going to that meeting.
Okay.
Says Honja. We can get them all at once now.
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
be down for killing.
the one who is coming is the one who originally set the hit on us. So I
who-
mean,
Wait,
if
who sent? There's someone. There's actually someone that put a hit on us.
from
And
the
they
Green
didn't
Thumb,
go
and
through Honja's
it was-
guild.
it was
Wow.
no, it was an internal thing.
Okay.
But
I
honestly,
mean,
it's-
I'm sure Honja would be
What's-
willing to take enough money to kill us all.
what?
Yeah,
what-
probably.
But here's the thing: like I set it up just to get the Green Thumbs off our box so that we could do what we need to do.
So
However we
when,
want to play this, it's really up to us. If we want
so
to just straight,
where and when are we meeting them? I know we're meeting them in this place called Oxfall.
yeah, it's a little bit north.
Oxfall?
We're already heading up that way anyway. It's really not out of the way.
Okay.
Couple days time. I set up the meeting so that by the time we'd make it there with our regular day travel, that we'd be able to come on through.
Okay.
If we want to keep it civilized, by all means, I more than appreciate it. But if we want to just absolutely squash it by murdering all the witnesses, leave no survivors, kind of thing, then I mean, that's y'all. Exactly. Like that's where I'm at. Like I don't feel like we need to keep wasting
Yeah,
our time and energy.
The killing for no money is sort of now taking its toll.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Honja, are you becoming a diplomat?
Oh no, I'm just weighing the scales. If I can still find money out of this, I will definitely kill them.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come with their pockets loaded or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you also have to remember that, we don't know how we have no way to assess their power. I mean, we've seen several of their other people.
That's how we use this. Fight Club.
Yeah.
If only it were like that.
We lure them all the way back to Gabbard's, and we Fight Club.
Yeah. See, that's where we should have had the meeting, at
Mayor's
Gabbard's.
definitely going for gold.
I specifically set up the meeting so that it was in a place that we would already be heading, so it didn't take time out of our schedule. Because we already got held up with this bullshit. Which, I mean, granted, we did benefit out the situation. I'll give us that. Shit
We
didn't
took-
completely hit the fan.
Yeah, but we also now they know that they can
So,
buy us out.
We have to hit this meeting before we go to the Ring of Beasts.
It's already on the way to the Ring of Beasts, so it's not going to divert us from our travels towards the Ring of Beasts. We're already heading up north, and it's north of exactly where we're at. It literally follows the path.
Yeah, but also, I mean, now we have a concern of if we are in a town, they know now they have a set of arbiters that they can just pay out.
I mean, it was, at least in my opinion, it was a one-time thing. Like, if we settle the situation now, then at least they know that we're negotiable and that we're not out to just completely murder everything in our path.
That's
Yeah,
not the.
but we showed weakness though. We didn't follow through.
So then, what do you suppose? I set this up in order for the benefit of us and the group. If we want to just absolutely fucking murder them or no show it, it's
what do they want? What do they want from us?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, why are they after us?
I look at Nemea.
Hojo looks at the mayor.
I look at the mayor.
The two corpses look at the mayor.
I see no
Turn
problem
their
with
heads
those
over.
dogs.
I
This
have
is
a
why I will not be going to them.
Sure, Dieter.
The Baroness Olala. Is she?
Oh, la la.
I'm diverging here for a little bit.
Cool,
Is
yeah.
she the Baroness of Tronosco or Austerith?
So you're talking about Baroness Glustat is
Yes, sorry.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
fine. Baroness Glustat is the Baron of Chernosco, which is this barony. Osterith
Okay.
is just a large town.
It's
that's
just a
part-
little. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we might want to go and take a tiny detour to the Citadel because I think that's where the Baroness is.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, that's one of the first things.
Yeah,
we wanna
that's-
do because
that's
if we're
where-
gonna be
that's where
operating
it
within
first-
her barony.
Right.
Yeah, because we did get that letter from Baroness.
Oh yeah. So sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick. Dieter, they made friends with Baroness of Topia, and she's friends with the Baroness Glustat in Chernosco. And what they found out was that Glustat does not like arbitrators, and yeah. So maybe having this letter written by Baroness Rose Crayford from Topia should help transition things into an actual conversation with the Baroness of Chernosco.
And did she send it with her personal caravan, or did she write it to
gave
us
it
to
to you.
deliver?
She
Okay.
Yeah.
gave it to you because like
Okay.
so you can
Yeah,
like
since
enter
we're already
with
heading
her.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have a letter. Oh,
She'll be back probably.
yeah, she's at the
Um,
bottom of the list, so we're just gonna have a messed up screen until she gets back.
That's fine. All right.
So I mean,
So yeah, what do we want to do about this whole meeting thing? It's if we no show it,
Let's
that's fine.
walk on it, guys. Let's make headway, and we'll think about it.
because I mean, either way,
No hard decisions yet.
either way, it's going to affect us. They're either going to continue
We should
to pay us
obviously
out.
Come prepared before a fight, just in case.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's definitely not out of the question, but
Shit.
I do think that the less enemies we make, the better.
Her internet dropped.
For sure, we're gonna be hitting break time anyways. So we might as well just take a break here.
Yeah, it seems like a
Let's
good
just
stopping
take a
point.
full 15.
Yep.
If not 20, just in case. But let's take 15.
Yeah, we'll take 15 and we'll gauge it by then.
Sure.
Guys, yeah, today we have a special little thing. We have Nemea's playlist to sort of inaugurate the choices that she had to make. And I'm more so curious to see what she's playing. So what is on her playlist?
This was a little quickie that I put together just for it. So
Okay, yeah, you can always add to it.
I'm going to be definitely refining it.
Yeah, I'm refining
Oh, yeah.
mine, but that'll be probably this week.
Wow, a lot of embryonic for sure.
Yeah, so we'll get this set up, and guys, everybody, thank you for joining. We're going to take roughly a 15-minute break, and we will be back, and hopefully Dieter will have her internet fixed and everything, but we will be back. See you in a few.
Peace.
Peace.
Your friends are over, the music is pumping, and requests are coming in fast. Then something hits you harder than a bass drop. It's tough to DJ with only shuffle play, but it's easy to take control with Spotify Premium. You can pick any song anytime you like. Ready to get the party started? Tap the banner to learn more.
We're back.
Sup, bitches?
Wow.
Don't talk to
Wow.
our viewership like that. Don.
Rude.
No, but they're sexy bitches.
You're not wrong.
It's true.
When most of us
Every
are the
single one
viewers.
of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to start somewhere, man. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like from the beginning,
Got us.
the,
We've
the,
got
you got,
Mr. Root is here
yeah,
in the chat anyway.
yeah, exactly.
One of my followers.
Woot woot.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's slowly. I mean, we just need to inflate those numbers. That's how you do it in social media. But we're not
Slowly
doing
but
it
surely.
illegally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we are back.
Yeah, you guys are making your way out of Heartwallow on your way to Chernowska Citadel.
Okay. That was my question.
Yes, that's what's happening currently.
Beautiful.
At the edge of the village of Heartwallow, near a grouping of trees, is this weathered and ill-maintained shrine of stone with a wooden roof. So something like this. Stone stairs lead up to a semi-open area where a large ancient tree with a carved mass of leaves and acorns has been sort of set into this tree. And you guys are sort of just slowly passing it.
Can I do a Kirin check, or is that you can just say no if there's no in here?
I'll tell you right now, this does not show the effects of a Kyrian region or a lair.
Okay, cool.
Can I don't have
You
religion.
the only person that would automatically identify this facial feature on this tree would be Dieter. Anyone that wants to make a nature religion check can go ahead. Other than
Oh,
that,
if I can do a nature
don't-
check.
Yeah, I don't think I would be
Oh.
like too interested in it.
no, yeah,
That's a
sure.
16.
I'm curious, but not like.
You would get
Totally.
advantage on that since you definitely know this.
I will.
No, that's a 16 still.
Sure, that's fine. It is Obadai. It's Obadhai, god of nature,
Oh.
woodlands, and hunting. So it's a little
Okay.
shrine of his. And as you're passing by, you do see a large portion, or like a large grouping of what looks to be flower beds of this type of flower, and it's all over the world. This is called the Famco flower, and it is the central healing potion ingredient for when you're making it by herbalistic means.
Okay.
It's found throughout the world. It's grown in most areas, even though it's mostly grown in temperate. You can still find them on most mountains, hills, maybe not too far underneath the earth, jungles too. It is a very survivable plant.
Okay.
The hardy plant.
The hardy plant.
Hardy plant.
Can I take a second and attempt to pray / commune with Obadhai to make sure it's okay with him that I snag
Sure.
a couple of
the
these.
wagon sort of slows down. Who's driving the wagon, by the way?
I would say.
I'll
Ranger
say-
probably.
Oh,
I'll say I take the
Okay.
reins this time just to kind
Sure.
of.
You see Dieter stand up and sort of motions that she wants to go and check it out real quick. You
Yeah,
slow
I'll
it down.
swing
but
over to the
once-
side.
So he jumps out, trots over to the shrine that you don't know of. It's
Yeah.
like a large tree in this decrepit area. Dieter, you walk up to it and yeah, you just want to say a prayer or something.
is this
Yes.
a shrine to your cloud mage?
It is not, but not entirely unlike. They're related, maybe. I don't know. It's kinda.
Insight.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Insight check at triple disadvantage.
You will find that I am telling the most truth that I, as a player, know. So
Yeah, no, we're not doing
Okay.
it. No, we're not.
You will find that Peak has no idea what you were talking about.
And you'll find out that Kemdir thinks you're just doing cloud mage stuff.
Cloud
Which she
Mage-
is.
Yeah.
Dieter, as you enter up the stairs or make your way up the stairs into this open stone floored area, very decrepit, ill-maintained. Obviously, nature is taking its course in this this little shrine for good reason.
I approve.
There is a lot of flower beds around. You make a subtle notion with your head, do a little pray within your mind. and you feel a little scratching in the back of your head, and you hear the whisper, take it all, Teaser. Take it all. The
But
foolish
these
one
aren't
won't-
ours.
The foolish one won't mind, Tita. Take it all. You'll need it.
I know, but if I take it all, then
Just
they won't
take it all.
flourish here
Just
anymore.
take it all.
Listen, I think Obot High is maybe more.
And
Never
as you're
mind.
having this conversation, Dieter, you actually have compiled a majority of the flower beds as you were just a lot of time has passed. And you
Oh.
actually have collected probably a good 15, 16 flowers.
Okay.
Oh, where did this come from?
What percentage of all is that?
60% of the flowers have been taken.
Okay.
It's like all one side.
Oh shit.
What's your passive
oh.
perception real quick, Dieter?
My passive perception is 16.
16. Okay. So yeah, you have all those thingies.
Okay.
You're gonna put in your bag.
Yeah. And I'm gonna leave. What do I have that I can leave? Like nothing. I will take out my flask and kind of aspergate, sprinkle some of my alcohol thing on the flowers that I had taken, like on the flower beds.
Sure, yeah,
where
yeah.
I'd taken stuff as sort of like an oops, sorry offering. And
you as you're doing this,
bad.
and as you turn away, you hear a tapping from behind the tree, and you see this little creature walk forward and sort of speak out. So you're just going to just take the flowers and just flood my garden with alcohol, is it?
It's not a flood. It's like a tiny sprinkle. I'm sorry.
You see this
It
little,
wasn't on
you see
purpose.
this little humanoid badger walk forward with a staff. He's got a nice little tunic on, a little belt, a chalice.
Badger,
looks like
come
he has
here.
a
No, I'm
lot
just
of. You look, you see he has like
So
a bunch of like flowers. Yeah, he takes both hands. He does seem a little maybe older the way he's walking. His back's a little bit out.
I
He's like a
speak for
good
the
like
trees.
2.5 feet tall, and he walks up to you. What is this? What are you doing? Why are you taking so much?
Because I'm a piece of shit.
So, harsh words, if that's how you view yourself. There's nothing I can really say about that.
I won't deny it.
I was gonna
I will
say.
also not say those words either. He looks over in your shell and he sort of steps back something. He's like, oh, yes, you can take all of it if you want. Just don't come back though.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna take what I've got and leave now before I do any more damage. I'm really sorry.
he gets back close to the tree and he looks at the face within the tree and he looks back at you and he turns his head away from as you turn around the shell of a Dolwa that faces him in the tree.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Because you have Odolwa's painted.
Oh, on my
marking on
shell.
your
Oh,
shell.
okay. I misunderstood. I thought you said Oldola's face was in the tree now.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That's why I was like, oh shit.
Oh.
Like Odola
Are
was
they
trying
gonna
to,
are they gonna throw down? What? Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like I thought like Odola was like peeking his like face just straight through the tree, just like communing with Dieter.
So Dieter, you know what these creatures are. These are they're
cute as
to
what they
most
are.
people they're minor critters, minor creatures.
Minor critters.
They are usually given sentience by an archdruid to help govern groves and shrines and stuff like that. So like a lot of like small little creatures that they're given sentience. They can either develop into mages, warriors, but they're still relatively small in their nature.
Mhm.
And it looks like this badger was given sentience to watch over this shrine to Obot High.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there's a lot in Ganache.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know that I'm surprised that there's a talking badger.
Yeah.
But I am ashamed that I took more than I intended
Right.
because I was trying to not. Yeah.
As you walk back to the cart, the little badger peeks his head out, and all of you can now see this little clothed, cute badger leaning on a staff. He's got a chalice on his side, some looks like a satchel with like seeds that's covered on top of it, or just like sticking out.
Oh,
I'm just
how
gonna-
cute!
I'm
Tiny.
gonna.
He's like a good 2.5 feet tall. He's just eyeing you.
I'm just gonna wave at him and just attempt to play my pan flute to coax him out because I have no clue what this thing is.
Right.
And it's really cute.
Go ahead and make a performance check at disadvantage.
Thank you, thank you. This is what I wanted.
A performance check at disadvantage?
God damn it!
It's always going to be a disadvantage. You don't know
Well,
how to play
thank
it.
you for
Double
the
disadvantage
disadvantage
rolling.
because I rolled a 17, but I still rolled an 8. So I mean, my performance is still a 10. God dang it!
Yeah, it's a hodgepodge. I mean, you're getting it sounds at first it was sounding really good, and then miscue after miscue after miscue, and the little badger cocks his head aside and just
We gotta go. We gotta go.
and he hobbles or he leans back into the shrine. Yeah.
I was
Good
like,
deal.
oh, I thought it would work. And by the way, I never inspected the pan flute. Like, is it nice?
Has etchings. It has no. It's worn. It has etchings of its seen its wear and tear. It's made out of this nice probably aged oak now. It's getting darker. It's getting more brittle, hard. The rope, you don't know where this rope came from. It's definitely not some sort of material from this continent. It seems like it's from probably the southern continents. It's made of this like vine of some sort. But it's well made, but it's also not like eloquent.
Yeah, no, like I'm thinking of nice as in not like, a piece of like a $1 pan flute you can buy from
No. It's definitely
It's
has
not made of plastic.
Yeah, it's definitely has some craftsmanship.
Okay, so it's nice. I mean, it's not like, like
It's just seen
freaking
better
$1
days.
million,
Awesome.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It just seen better days.
Yeah, it's just used.
So you guys make your way. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon right now, guys. As you finally leave Heartwallow, you can see this open plain. This basically the Barony Chinosco. In front of you is this massive hill with a small, like not directly in front of you, but a good ways away. You can see the hill. You can see this large, light brown castle atop it. You can see the massive Lorningan thicket, which is this massive forest in the middle of the Barony. And then just rolling hills and plains on either side as you're making your way forward. It's the seat of the Barony Chinosco and the residence of Baroness Kelwyn Glustad. The road towards the citadel is meager, with a few travelers on the road, and the sight of shepherds and their sheep roaming in the distance on either side of the road. Climbing the road upwards as you now actually get to the bottom of the hill and make your way up. Storm clouds begin to move in from the northwest. Looks like a bad storm's coming, or at least a heavy storm's coming.
Oh.
However, and as you guys get over to like crest the top of the hill, you can see the overlook. You can see just over the Lorningan thicket on the map, the giant forest. But on the other side, you can see the large, massive Tiber River, and you can see the dreary, the dreary lands of Yolothus across the massive Tiber River are in view. It's dark, it's mysterious, it looks like Mordor, but it's lighter than Mordor.
Does Smog live there?
Does not simply work.
Smog's flying over, you see the eye of Sauron, it's over there. The citadel itself is a massive semi-walled fortress. The large H granite walls guard the only road leading up to the hill. However, on the other side, because it was on sort of an angle as you were making your way on the road, you see that it's only walled where the road comes up the hill. On the other side, on the cliff side, overlooking on the overlook basically, is the actual inner keep, the keep of the fortress, or the keep of the citadel itself. So it's exposed. You can see the windows. You can see a small garden, or you did up top there. But you can see that the walls is only just semi-closed off to protect itself from the only way possibly up, besides scaling the hill cliffs. Upon approach, the massive granite walls are bigger than you initially expected. Standing now at 80 feet tall, there are 4 weathered stone towers behind it, Large ballista tips can be seen peering through large enough slits in the towers. Hovering above is a massive balloon airship. The airship looks to be about the size of a semi-truck, like a full semi-truck with trailer. It's about 4 car lengths wide.
I remember when we had an airship.
But this is a
had an airship?
balloon airship. This wasn't powered by crystals. This is not normally powered by air elementals or fire elementals. This is actually a balloon. It looks like a giant balloon. It's 2 massive globular canvases held down by an array of ropes tied to this oval wooden shaped with steel bottom boats. The balloon airship has this large insignia painted across the balloon's canvas, and it's an insignia or a coat of arms you've seen, like the style. It's definitely a coat of arms. And it probably indicates that this is the Baroness's personal balloon airship.
How many crossbow bolts would it take to shoot it down?
Probably 1 or 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you can see that there's a massive chain probably anchored to some portion of the inner keep within the citadel.
Massive chain, you say?
Massive chain. Like from this distance, it looks huge. So you can only imagine that at close, it could be like chains that, are used to like haul down massive like gate doors and shit.
One of the links is bigger than you.
Nah, they're probably like average human size, like chain links. Maybe even bigger. Who knows?
Damn.
There are maybe 2 guards at the massive 35-foot tall wooden bisectional doors. And you guys are slowly making your way up. I'm gonna leave it to you guys on how you guys want to proceed.
I would be in the cart
straight up
just.
to these guards.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said I was gonna walk up straight up to these guards.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys want to just go forward then?
Yeah, I pull.
Well, I mean, like leave the cart for now, just so we're not all bunched up, I guess.
I mean, it's probably best if we bring the cart. Well,
The road leads straight to the door. Like the road leads straight to the gates. I mean,
can we do something with these corpses before we stroll up on this bitch, please?
that's what I was hoping.
Can we take a? Can we? I know we don't need it, but can we take like a little like a? How long is your ritual, Cloud Mage?
That's a really good question. How long is the ritual?
It's an hour.
It's an hour.
Perfect. Let's short rest and get rid of the corpses.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, let's like just sort of back up a bit and let me do this, and then you guys can do that, and
Sure,
I
you can go
catch up
ahead
with
and
you.
find a small grouping of trees and put the wagon near it, and then let Dieter do his thing.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be talking to the guards, like.
That's fine. I was gonna say you guys can go on
I
into
wanna
the
check out
castle,
the town a little bit.
and then
Yeah,
I can figure this out, and I'll meet you guys in.
I'll go with Argos and bring the.
Honja will chill with you, Dieter, and just hang on and watch this
Sweet.
grotesque scene that's about to happen.
I'm sure he's
okay.
all about it.
Yeah.
I want to watch.
You
this
see that
well.
his eyes turn red as you begin the ritual, and he's very
Oh,
compelled
shit.
to watch every single second of this.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
That's okay.
Anyway, so everyone else, I'm assuming, is going to the Trinosco?
Yeah, I'll go with them just to balance it out. I was gonna stay just so that way they have one tanky person, but do a 3-3 split.
I think it'll be okay.
Oh, that's fine. So Nemea, you're going too then?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone is going besides Honja and Dieter.
No, I thought no.
Well,
Honja,
are you gonna stay
everyone
with them,
else is
or-
going besides Honja and Dieter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
thought.
okay.
Well, Honja,
That's fine.
Dieter, and Nemea. Nemea said she wanted to watch.
No, Nemea said she wanted to go.
Yeah, I want to go now. I
Oh,
changed
okay.
my mind.
Oh, you
That's
changed
okay,
your
we
mind, then
got
I'll
this.
change my mind and I'll stay with Dieter.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so
3 and 3.
Nemea, Tay, and Argos, you make your way towards the front gate, the walls of Trinosco Citadel, which you would most likely assume is Trinosco Citadel. Standing in front are one humanoid guard, looks to be a half-elf young lad, but then again, you can't really tell. And then the other one's definitely an older gentleman. The young half-elf lad sort of brings up his hand. They both are wearing the colors of that coat of arms. So it's typical Barony militia weapons and armor, but the garb is that color with the insignia on their chest and back. They both just have spears and short swords at their sides. The young lad steps up. Oi, what's your business here at Trinosco Citadel?
We have a message to deliver to the Baroness.
And who are you?
Arbitrators.
Arbitrators, they say.
I'll flash the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
for fuck's sake.
show my bracer.
Look, I don't know who you. I
We
don't know
have
if
a
you know.
message from Rose Crayford
Crayford, yeah.
Crayford to the Baroness.
They both look at each other. Look, I don't know what's both you are, or all three of you are trying to accomplish here, but I'll tell you right now, the Baroness probably won't see you just because you're arbitrators. Nothing against you. We definitely respect what you all do.
The arbitration is not, in here. We
Is there
want to
well,
make
I mean,
her
I
There
guess
is
known
there is
of
going to be an
presence.
arbitration that will happen within her barony.
shit.
With recommendation from Rose Crayford, we would like permission to.
May I or the older gentleman's like,
I,
may I
I'll,
see it?
I'll hand him the note so that he can.
He
can
doesn't
read it.
open it. He just looks at it. Oh, that's little Rosie. Dude, how old are you?
Respect your elders.
The young lad's like,
Yeah, respect you. I'm kidding.
sorry?
I don't do it. I didn't.
I
Do
didn't mean no offense.
That's like the oldest person in Black Lotus.
She's got it.
You are. You really are.
Respect your elders.
Sorry, that was so funny, dude. Okay,
I'm almost gonna die.
you're good, Elena. It's cool. I'm about to scrub my door down too. So yeah, the two guards are okay. You see the young boy, the young lad, turn around, and he actually opens up what it looks to be a hollow section of the stone within the wall, and you see him actually pull down a large like piece of rope. And at the top, you can hear the distant sounds of bells ringing above. Closes the hollowed
Yeah, I don't. Where's
stone
the
portion.
screw for that?
Closes the little hollow port and looks at both you, and the old gentleman sort of looks replies, "So there's a arbitration within the barony, if I'm correct."
Yes.
Yes, there's going to be.
It's happening in the barony. We want to make her.
Where at, if you don't
aware.
mind me asking?
We're going to the Ring of Beasts.
Yes.
Oh, so you're going to the lab? It's at the lab. Oh.
Yes. At least that's the general area around Osterith.
Oof.
Osterith.
No, I can see that. I can see why you would want to talk with the Baroness.
Yes. With all the commotion that the Lamp Festival brings.
Yeah, I mean, you're from Lotus, right? And then he finally sees your turn scale, and he's just like, "You're from that area, correct?"
Yeah.
And the half elf's like, "Oh, didn't you fight against them?" And he's like, "It was a while ago, and between our two peoples, it is what it was." You know?
What race is he?
He's human. He's
Oh.
old. He's an old human dude.
I look at Argos. We're gonna get that a lot during this adventure.
Yeah,
No,
probably.
Here's the thing. You know, the Draconians. Sorry if I'm race dropping. Draconians.
Race dropping.
This is the
They're not as, especially with one who has
this is the year of the Phoenix. We don't race drop, please.
Right, we don't race drop. But I do because I need to describe to you what it looks like. So, race dropping will happen. There's not, the tensions aren't as what they used to be. And the Lantern Feast Festival is what we do to unify ourselves. It is a festival to remember the dead and to also look forward in a unified relationship between the Empire, the Draconians, Dragonborns now, and the Tieflings. So you won't.
Yes.
I don't think you'll be seeing much. There actually are a couple Draconians in Osterith.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They act as sergeants of the guard, if I remember correctly.
Interesting then.
Mm-hmm. Though
It's good to see that people are progressing.
Correct, because across the way, across the bridge into Yellow Office, there are still some tensions from the Dragonborns.
Yes.
The Dragonborns on this side of the Tiber are more open-minded, while the ones across the Tiber are still set on their ways.
Well, that's at least good to hear that the Dragonborn here in the Empire are.
Right. And plus, and
willing
he
to accept.
taps his butt of his spear on your shield. And he's like, and as long as you have that symbol right there, you should be good to go. The doors slowly open, and before
As he
you is
removes
this
it.
nice stone gravel or the stone paved road that leads to this massive fountain of what looks to be a simple goat on a rock. The statue's a good 25 feet tall. It's a like multi-ringed fountain, so like the water's not the fountain's not coming out of the sheep's ass or mouth. It's just coming
Oh,
from the top of his head. It's nothing weird or crazy.
I was hoping you were gonna. I was hoping you were gonna make the goat gleat.
You do notice as the three of you enter forward, there's a lot of servants running back and forth with crates, with dessert boxes. It looks like they're getting
Ready for the feast.
They're like preparing stuff. But you can also see a lot of them are heading off to the right, a massive lift, a tower, connected to the airship above that's anchored. You can see it wrapped around several posts. And it looks like they're bringing stuff from the airship and up to the airship. You see a tiefling up there at the top. You can sort of tell gray ashen skin, horned, ostentatious, curled very tightly on either end. He has what looks like to be hook blades on his back, and he seems to be yelling down, "Oi, hurry up down there! We need to get these cakes ready and going for the festival. And we have a lot to transport." And he steps away from the railing and walks out of view. And you see the massive keep in front of you, light tannish brown. You can see some elements of like Babylonian architecture with some Romans. There's a lot of pillars going on in this house, this building. Yeah, you see probably a set of stairs a good 60 feet away ahead of you past the fountain. The young lad behind you peers in. "Oi, if you want to go in, just go straight to those doors up ahead, 60 feet, if you can't count."
What?
One,
Say,
two,
so where
three,
would
four.
the Baroness be, if you don't mind?
Look, just go through the doors. There's going to be a servant. They're nobles.
I start walking up the stairs.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, fellow veteran.
Oh, that was the young lad. That's like,
To the old.
the old man just like taps him in the shin with his butt of his spear. Like, fuck. Does a little.
And remember, young one, respect your elders.
The massive doors close as you hear the creaking of chains on either end draw back the doors to close them. Walking forward through the fountain, past the fountain, like you see now the clouds are beginning to form above, and you can definitely smell like this. Smells like a storm's coming. Senses like a storm's coming.
Well, it looks
Anyone
like a
with-
storms are coming.
Anyone with bad limbs and joints can feel it in the bones. The storm's coming.
And my knees hurt.
Oh my
everyone's
gout is
become
acting up again.
Damn arthritis! Oh
Too
my god.
young to feel these pains.
Oh my
Respect
god.
your elders, right, lad? And I do it in Argo's voices just to mess with him.
So, real quick.
My name is
Big enough to push
Argos.
you over my knee.
Real quick.
Oh my.
No.
I didn't know you swung that way, Argos. Jesus.
Okay. So, walking up towards the doors, large, finely varnished oak doors. You see more ram heads basically on either end, made of stone. Get the sense that that's probably what that's their deal.
Yeah.
You did see a lot of shepherds all around the area. You grab the large door knockers.
Yeah.
One of you can, or both of you, or all of you can clank on it.
Yeah,
After-
exactly like that.
After a few seconds, the door becomes slightly ajar from the inside, so it opens up from the inside, and a young-looking, long-haired, like halfling boy, dressed finely nicely. Looks like he's dressed like a valet for nobles. So he was like, "Yes, sir. Oh, you must be the arbitrators."
Yes.
We're here to see the Baroness.
Opens the door slowly. He's a really small lad, probably good like.
I'll help him.
Ah!
Flies across the room.
He
No,
breaks his
actually
spine.
he's actually hanging on the other side. He's just like, oh. Jumps down.
I help him down.
He's got these nice ballet. I'm thinking like think of like the pants that pilgrims would wear with the high socks and like the little buckled shoes.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
he's wearing something like that.
Oh.
I've had to wear that.
Looks like an old
It's
like
terrible.
timely English schoolboy going to school. Got puffed out chest right here with this little I don't know.
Ascot.
Yeah. Yes. And he has this long, very nice, well kept long black hair, green eyes. Like I said, looks about 12, and he does have what looks to be a small little chain journal, and he sort of just takes it up and pulls out a quill that's already like inside a ink pot, pulls it out, wicks it around so that the excess ink drops, and he starts writing your names. So arbitrators from Torcon.
Yes.
Okay. He looks to you, Argos. Sir Draconian. Your name?
Argos.
Argos. Do you have a last name, or is that just the name you were given at birth?
Argos.
Weird that this kid knows. He's very knowledgeable. He's like, I studied a little bit about how draconian eggs were malformed by the Dark Magisters.
My name is Gerald, by the
I
way.
see.
This is just getting it's hot and sounds good.
Argos. Okay. Looks like
Argos
Yute.
Baharush.
Aharush. Okay. I've not heard of that clan name. Looks at Yute. He's like, lovely hair, and you are
Tay Hammer at your service.
a hammer human. Okay.
I'll whisper like, I'll do the earring. You come up with that yourself right now.
It's my fucking name, you asshole. Like in the earring, I'll do it back. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's actually like my birth given name.
Does a little bow towards you, Nemea, and it's like, madam, your name?
My name is Nemea.
Nemea. Are you from the capital, Nemea? My lady.
Yes, I am.
Very well. Okay. Follow me as he does a complete 180 military turn right on the heels and takes you down this main hall. It's pretty normal. It's actually not as overbearing for a noble's like interior. Not a lot of paintings. There's just minuscule decor, but they definitely have some worth. Making your way past through this hall, you get into a larger hall. You see some tables somewhere about. It looks like to be a salon of sorts. You see that there's a mini bar on the side where there's a half orc who actually has very nice like pompadour haircut style, and he looks over and he's like in a little two-piece. Bows his head. You can see that he has banded gold around his tusks.
Nice.
Nice. He's there cleaning a glass. You can sort of see he tried to grow a mustache, so it's just a little stubble right here.
Nice.
And as the young lad walks forward, he's like, my name's Oliver. I am the Baroness Glustad's valet. If you want to drink, please go ahead and ask Tulag over there, and he'll happily serve you one.
I walk over to Tulak.
As do I.
Oliver, there's a door front, a nice light white and brown embroidered door, and there's another hallway leads left, and then there's a hallway leading past the bar on the right. Oliver stands at the door, just gonna wait for Nemea and Tay to grab drinks. Argos, I'm assuming you're just standing right next to him.
Yeah, I would have stayed with Oliver.
Okay.
If he's
Oliver just
still...
sits there, arms crossed, and looks up over at the two getting drinks and looks at you.
So, how long have you been with the Baroness?
2 years. No,
Good work?
it's okay. I'm the son of a minor noble, so it's an honor to, I guess what my father says is to rub shoulders with the higher ups.
Do you get many draconians around these parts?
No. It's only when I go and visit my family over in Austerith that
Really?
I get to speak with them. Yeah.
Mm.
So you're Savak, huh?
Yes.
So you kill a lot of people?
Spine breaker.
I was in the war.
Right, I see that you're a
Dragon
twin
boy.
scale. Yeah.
Yes.
So how many of your own did you kill?
When in war, young lad, one does not count.
What happens in wars?
Thank you, Dieter, from across the
How
way.
many-
The boy
So
sort of
how-
goes silent as he you can sort of tell that he realized that this conversation got a little too awkward and a little bit too intense. As
Maybe I should rub shoulders not that way.
back over, Turog's over there and he's cleaning his glass and he nods his head to both of you. What can I get
Sir,
for you? Three? And he has
wine,
a
please.
very eloquent voice for a half orc with tusks sticking out of his mouth.
I'm kind of impressed
What can I get for
with.
you too?
I'm kind of impressed with this orc. He's like, "Can you give me some wine?"
Wine. Any in particular?
What do you prefer?
I prefer, if I was to drink on any occasion of wine, I would prefer Gorgon's brew here. And he pulls out this very deep reddish brown glass. It's very hard to see the wine, so like you can see the dark liquid within. You see this what looks like to be like a cyclops, a cyclops in a vineyard. But you can actually read underneath that it's a vineyard not too far away from the city of Rios. Right, Chris? Oh my gosh, can't remember the map now.
Oh dear.
My
One of the-
immersion is broken.
It's one of the tiefling cities in East you have heard of this. It is a well-known vineyard that produce specialty wines. Wines grown throughout the season through some sort of magical vineyard that resides nearby, or that they have built upon. It's a magical brewery of some sort.
Very nice.
Hands you a beautiful tall wine glass and pours it, and he's like, looks to Yute, and what can I get for you?
I look over at the man. Is it impolite to grab an ale at a noble's house?
I would prefer
It's
you to
not.
grab a wine.
Yeah, any
Yeah,
ale
right.
preferable, lager. Would you like a lager?
I'll just have what she's having, and point over at the man.
Think of a very smooth Sauvignon wine.
Oh, very nice.
It's
Very
smooth.
nice.
I walk back over to Oliver.
I have a couple more questions.
Sure. Yeah. So as they're getting their drinks, Oliver just sort of like steps to the side, thinking he sort of reads the situation, the atmosphere.
Oh, please, Oliver. It's in the past. I've come to terms with it.
No, I believe I believe I've overstepped my boundaries. I'm sorry.
But I do have. I accept your apology. I have a question. Have you heard any troubling news about the festival?
How so? What do you exactly mean?
As arbitrators, that's where our arbitration is taking us.
Oh, so
And
I see. So you're arbitrating. You're conducting arbitration with the carnival.
yes,
Interesting.
yes. Apparently, one of their brewmasters has gone missing.
Huh.
And we are to locate him. At least, in the most basic of terms, that's what it is. There are obviously other stipulations.
Brewmaster? You mean the one, the Froma Brew Company?
Yes.
The one
yes,
that set up shop in Austria?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They seem to have misplaced him, maybe.
I was just there yesterday. There's a lot of hustle and bustle, I guess.
He's in on it. Interrogate the kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of hustle and bustle within the large town, but it's only because next week is the carnival, is the festival. There's a lot of anticipation, and excitement with the Ring of Beasts coming. And there's been a large influx of dragonborns and tieflings that have arrived in Austereth, more so than usual. There is always a good amount, and there are residents of tieflings and dragonborns within Austereth and around Austereth, but there's a lot more now that I've noticed. A lot of the taverns and inns have been filling up.
Interesting. So no whispers about this missing brewmaster.
Honestly, I I don't know. I usually just go from home to here, and back.
Of course, understandable. One must not dilly dally when in the employ of a
Dilly-dilly.
baroness.
Anything else from you, Argos?
No.
Okay. Nemea and Tay return with their fancy drinks.
Fancy.
And
I feel at home.
I feel
um,
so out the fucking place right now. Like I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, darling. I
I'm
feel
really-
fine.
I'm sure you do, Lots. I'm just I'm
the
trying to figure it out myself.
Oliver says, beyond these doors, is Baroness Glustat. Um, I will forewarn you, since you seem like good people, that she does not like you or the arbitrators in
Yeah,
general, not you as people.
we're aware of that one, which is why we got a recommendation from Rose Crayford.
Hmm. I hope that's enough. And
As do I.
hopefully she'll hear you out. But please choose your words wisely. She can be, um, what's the word?
As he's saying that, I look at Argos.
Yeah, he's like,
Please.
she can be very spiteful, and nasty. So please try to choose your words carefully. She's very impatient.
I'll do my best to keep my mouth shut if that's okay with you two.
Oliver
Very
begins
well.
to push the doors in, and then immediately you see, coming from the left hallway, but would be to your right if you're facing back the hallway you came from, a very tan-skinned, gray-haired woman with a lot of jewelry on. She's got these very gilded glasses. She's a human female. She looks young, but you do see like the gray hair as she walks into the area. Argos, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Oh god.
She walks in, walks over to Torog, and asks for a drink, eyeing all of you.
You said perception, right?
Yes, eyeing all of you, but more so eyeing Argos.
Do I notice this?
Yes.
Okay.
She's definitely gauging and observing all of you intently. Something
Gotcha.
that you would normally do as well.
Yeah, because I'm trying to take in the whole situation myself.
Right. And with Nemea, you can see that too. Whenever a nobleman enters a room, you always gauge them, what they're wearing. And she definitely presents herself to be powerful, knowledgeable, and also holding back. She gives off that mysterious notion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the disadvantage,
There's no disadvantage. It's advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then I'll roll regular because I had that point of exhaustion
Yes.
still. I'm even gonna use the Gary Con dice.
Cool.
Gary Con.
That guy.
I'm sorry.
That
It's an
is
insight check. It's an insight check. I'm sorry. It's an insight check. I'm sorry.
Insights
God, do better, Argos.
is a 16.
Cool. You gain a whiff of something that is familiar about this woman. This woman that's still at the bar talking with the half orc, and then still eyeing you all, especially you Argos, as your eyes lock. For a second, you can't shake the feeling that you know this person, but at the same time, you make that inside check, and you begin to see something. You begin to see distortions in her appearance.
Oh,
Shit.
I know.
And the woman walks up to you, and she's like, Oliver, I will take them to see the Baroness. And Oliver, yeah, well, hold on. As Oliver is about to open, he finally sees, because his head was turned this entire time, as he's trying to still push the door, and he looks over, he's like, oh, Madam Kabira. And he gets really freaked out. Like his overall like structured, organized, very confident turns into fear, and or maybe sort of fear of respect. Like you can sense that her gravitas completely envelops his, and more so because normally he feels like he can gauge and control his, like maneuver through people's gravitas and demeanors, but she can't. And you all get that feeling too, because for Tay, you can read it, so you understand it. Nemea, you've been through that kind of stuff. You know how people present themselves to make them seem more powerful. For you, Argos is different. Argos is seeing this completely different in its own way. So you all are fine with how her demeanor is in your own regards. Oliver sort of scurries off down the right hall, and she walks over. She has this golden cup rather than your normal glass, and inside is this very black, tarry fluid, and she sips on it very slightly and not leaving any traces on her lip whatsoever. Very nice. She pulls out a long, like, elongated pipe or like a little cigarette holder and starts smoking a cigarette in front of you. It's like, name is Kabira, Madam Kabira. And she goes past all three of you and she opens the door. Argos, you can't shake the feeling that you know what this person or who this person is.
I would like to whisper in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to keep up the concentration.
She, as you're all walking through this now sort of narrow marble corridor into this open lounge area with this massive panel windowed glass overlooking the entire forest in the barony for the most part. And you see a woman in dark hair up above or up ahead, up a couple stairs. She sort of takes one giant puff and blows a couple of smoke rings and like a little bit and then continues onward. How you want to take that, it's up to you.
Wow.
So as you're walking, you enter into this massive lounge area. Beautiful rugs. This is probably the most beautiful portion of the building that keep you know so far. I mean, the whole room is made of marble. There is gold and silver everywhere. All the fineries. Um, all the fineries, and at looking out the window with a small silver chalice in her hand is a very tan, dark-haired woman, and she turns around with this glare as she finally sees you all entering the room. The room, like literally how she looks right
Now,
here.
now I'm
Boom.
now I feel more comfortable.
She looks at this. she, she looks at you with this glare and
Looked down on by nobles. This is about right.
and yeah, she's a good she's like 5 steps up on this like slowly raised platform in this area.
Is she still taller than me on this raised platform?
No.
Yes.
Anyways, Madam Kabira bows her head, sits down on a nearby couch, puts a drink on a nearby table. Um, Thank you, Kabira. So you must be the Arbites here.
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to curtsy. Do a little flourish.
Someone with a little respect.
I come over, like I bow just because I'm uncomfortable with this whole situation, and I hand her, or I extend the letter from Baroness Rose Crayford.
Common born, I see, but beautiful hair nevertheless.
Much appreciated.
And she's like, another draconian. How quaint. She opens up. What does Rose have to say? She reads it with her glass, shakes a little bit, tosses it on the table. What brings you to my barony?
We have an arbitration within your barony.
Interesting.
I
What
pull
is
out the
the
contract. I pull out the
Okay.
contract, and then
Sure.
I will hand it to her.
Kabira, can you come over here and look at this as well? The older golden woman stands up, moves forward, and she takes a look at it. Interesting. The Ring of Beasts. Yes, what? And the Froma Brewing Company. Interesting. So, arbitration. Well, there's nothing I can really say about that. You're just going to do it. However, I do have some conditions. First off, limit the amount of people dying. I don't want anyone dying, for that matter, in my barony or at the festival. Secondly, keep it away from the festival. Thirdly,
You wish to
I am
make
going to
another
have
contract?
some.
Would you like to make a contract?
No, I know how you operate. I'm not going to. You're just going to understand my authority on this.
Argos, we're just going to take her word. Okay. What's your third
you're gonna keep in regular contact with me about what's going on.
How will we keep contact with you?
I could send one of my servants, to hang around with one of you. The Golden Woman, Kabira, sorry, Baroness. There's no need to. There's no need to keep observance on these people. These are arbitrators. They know what they're doing. She turns to the rest of you. Just please make sure that you keep the collateral damage to a minimum. We do not want any unnecessary deaths.
We don't want them either.
And if the carnival is indeed guilty of these accusations, please do not let it affect the festival. If it does affect the festival, please notify me or the Baroness immediately.
Very well. We will do that.
Tay's just kind of been like blank face, like just nodding the whole time as she's like stating her terms, and this is happening. I'm just trying to keep quiet, honestly.
And the Baroness sort of steps forward. And secondly, I don't know what you think services or assistances that I will be offering, but it will be none. This is your job. You will take care of it, and you will all do it under the laws within the land of the Empire. For the most part, no random killings. Okay? No burning down buildings. No stealing of crops. It's happened before. Stealing of sheep.
We're not here
happened
to
before.
require aid from you, Baroness. We were here
Yeah,
to
I
inform
don't think
you
that's
that
going to
there's
happen.
arbitration.
Sorry. I'm not going to.
We were not asking for it, but yes, of course, as you say.
Argus, as is all going on.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping her like I'm
So yeah, the
glancing
conversation,
just like
it's very one-sided at this point. You see Nemea and Tay just sort of just like, yep, okay, yep, sure, yep. We're just letting you know. We're just letting you know. We're just letting you know.
that student that got called down to the principal's office.
And real quickly, you do see her sweat a little bit.
What's she doing? Like, is she just like
She's just
following
sitting
the
very,
barony?
very stoically, smoking from her cigarette holder. But she's looking at the group, but she's also always looking at you.
Same.
And finally, you through your smell, you're like, definitely dragon, but what?
I smell pheromones.
His mating season, Nemea.
And as you're very noticeable, I'm gonna ask, do you want to be deceptive about how you're trying to figure this out? Like, are you
No, not at all.
Weird facial feature, like
No, this is a full on like almost like it's basically a snarl without making the noise of it.
Sure.
Like just intently staring at her of just like, no, I have to figure this out right here, right now.
Sounds good. Well, we're gonna pause this real quick as as Baroness Gustad is just enforcing that she's not gonna really help, but she can't really do anything about it. Panning over, Dieter, your ritual is going splendid, I'm assuming.
Yay! Yes.
There's a lot. It's a horrific scene. Yeah. Ken, I don't know if you were there, but
I'm there. I'm just kind of watching.
Yeah, you're a little bit appalled at what just transpired.
Wrapping their intestines around her staff. And
It's not pretty.
I'm just like, this does not seem like a blood cloud is.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. He's a cloud god, like a blood cloud.
The breaking of already old, stiffened joints of a corpse.
Man, I wish you guys would have told me about this earlier. Prior to rigor mortis next time. Thanks.
To be fair, we were pretty busy.
Yeah, I know.
And this is for a blood cloud. Like, this seems a little much.
It's not a cloud.
So you're a cloud mage. You said that it was for a blood cloud god.
I mean, okay, fair enough. But I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey, anything could be a god in this world, I guess.
Okay, then my boot's a god.
Yeah.
Hey, praise to your boots.
Does your boot want some intestine?
No.
It gets on your boot.
No.
Well, it's already been decaying for a while. It's not dripping. It's like that liquid now, that disgusting.
Yeah,
Make the
it's like old blood pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Blood
the
pudding.
ritual is completed however you want it to be.
Yay!
Blood pudding tastes great when it's
Everything
fresh.
seems great. Aldoa is in the background, just like burping happily, jokingly.
Okay. Yay!
Everything seems all hunky dory.
Seems like you
So yeah, you guys are just now at the carts, or still within this little grotesque shrine that just appeared that you.
I'm going to clean it up as best I can. I mean, I guess it's just mostly burnt at this
Yeah.
point, but kind of bury it so that people aren't like, "Why is this here?"
Sure. that's fine.
I feel like that's sort of a norm in this part of the world.
Yeah.
For what
Usually
I'm
you just leave
doing.
it out because it's a natural offering, but you sort of get the sense over the time being here for almost a year. You're like, yeah, people don't like it when you leave these things around.
No, so I'm gonna bury it. That's gonna be usually part of my ritual when bodies are
I'm a
concerned.
good grave digger.
Do you guys
I'm a
want to
good grave
head up
digger.
into the keep, or do you guys want to stay?
Yeah, since I'm done, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, let's
Denver too?
Yeah, I would go with them.
bring the
Just
cart.
So the exact same. You meet with the guards and you tell them that you're Arbites. And
Yeah, we're gonna bring the cart with us though.
sure, yeah, you bring the cart through. They allow you show them your badges if you want to or not. But
Yeah.
the young lad and the old gentleman are like, yeah, we got you for sure. It's okay.
Yeah, we're just meeting some friends. Sorry, I
Park
had
it
to
in
take
there.
care of some stuff.
Make your way. You do see Oliver at the door, who's just like, or you see a young lad, who is Oliver.
Yeah.
Not to not better.
yeah.
He's like, and he sort of collects himself in front of you, and he's like, you must be the remaining of the Arbites.
You okay?
Yeah. You okay, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, are you sure? Are you sure there, bud?
Just a quick panic attack. It's okay.
Do you need a drink?
No, I'm good. He takes out a flask.
There's a 12-year-old in bed, Juju.
Oh, he's into his flask. He takes a handkerchief and wipes this up. He's like, "It's fine. I'll take you in to see Madame Gustave. Your companion's already inside."
Oh, okay.
He walks still the same relatively speed, very slow, but you can see him breathing a little bit harder. It definitely seems like he just had a panic attack. Gets you to this nice little hall. You see a half orc with golden ring bands around his tusk, about his head, and I was like, if you want, straight through the door head. If you want drinks, Torog will happily oblige. And he makes his way darts down the hall.
Can we bring the drinks in?
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Yes. Then I'm interested in.
You look like something you want the hardest, the stiffest drinks we got, right?
Yes, precisely.
Sounds good.
What's in the flask with the bad juice?
Takes out a aged barrel with 10 X's on it, and he's like, "Don't tell anyone this, but this is not strictly noble approved.
That's okay. Your secret is safe with me.
Personal stash.
Thanks, bro.
This is some good old orcish brew from the Suavos wastes.
Yes, I'm excited.
Quite nasty."
It's quite nasty.
Puts it in. He puts it in a large silver glass so no one can see what it actually is, but probably could smell it. It's not so good, but as you take a sip, not bad.
Yeah, it grows on you. It grows on you for sure.
It doesn't
It's
burn,
hair on
but
your
it does leave a very, very musky, earthy aftertaste, which is not
Ooh.
too bad. It's not
It's
too.
cozy.
It's very, very subtle.
So is it like one drink per person?
If you want, I mean, he's like, I'm not giving you my whole barrel. But,
No,
if you want a
I was
bottle, I
actually.
can give you a bottle somewhere else.
I would love a bottle of. If you are able to spare a bottle of your stuff, cool. If not, I will take a bottle of whatever you think I will like,
You know what? Since you're asking so nicely,
and I will pay you for it. So
he pours it
Make
into
more.
a jar. He
perfect.
He goes in the bag. He brings out a jar. He pours you a good amount, and he's like, "Here, take some." You seem
Thank
like
you.
the sort who can sort of distill it and figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do.
It's
Thank
not
you
too
very
hard.
much.
Not too
No.
hard. You,
It's not too-
there is
How
one
much-
ingredient. Huh?
How much would you like for it?
Oh, you know what? Couple silvers.
I'll give you a gold.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You work very hard.
Not really.
It's okay.
I'm just here to look intimidating and serve drinks to the Baroness, I guess.
That's okay. That's gotta be a hard enough job as it is.
Yeah.
Being an
Considering-
outsider and
Considering, and he sort of pulls back his shirt, you can see what looks like to be a white finger from an iron hand.
I sit there and you just see like, I sit there and I just point. I'm just like, and then I was like, do you, by chance? I lean in and I'm just like, by chance, I thought I had his name written down. God dang it, I don't. Under my allies, under my contacts.
You want a water? What do you want? You want water?
Do you have anything, any fancy milks?
We don't serve milk here.
I'll take a water.
Water? Do you want some do you want some like apple juice or orange juice?
Oh,
Freshly squeezed.
Oh, I'll take some orange juice.
Alright.
What's
Takes it. No, he's not gonna do my hand. He's gonna take it.
I would have still drank it. I'd have been like.
He's like, they told me I couldn't be doing that all the time, so I have to use the tools to make the juice.
Oh well, the only tools you need are your hands.
That's what I said. But they're trying to tone down the savageness of me.
That's not right.
I mean, I don't frankly mind. I really don't care what they call me, but I do like these gold bands across my boot.
Those are very nice.
Yeah. Apparently they're worth 100K each.
Jeez, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy a from what I've heard, you could buy a suit of mithril for that.
My warring days are over. As an orc, as a half orc, it's I'm past my prime.
Oh, you look great.
Thank you. I wouldn't keep the Baroness waiting.
Oh, sorry.
no, that's true. Thank you very much for your help, kind sir.
No problem.
What is your name?
Torog.
Torog. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you, Torog.
Not the
I'm Dieter
deity,
the Turtle.
just regular Torog.
Just normal Torog.
The one who
Gotcha.
walks.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Good meeting you, sir.
I'm a little triggered right now that I can't remember his name. The paladin.
If you can, eventually we'll look it up.
It's fine. I completely forgot to write down the city that we were going through, so by all means, don't feel bad.
Well, no, because he
Yeah, this is a little different. Yours is a little bit different, Tom.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. I completely fucked. Like a name is little. Like I was just like, wait, what city?
No, because the reason I know who he is because I earned an ally with him.
Gotcha.
So I'm sitting there because the hand is he's one of the OG orcs.
Yeah.
So as you two walk in, you see sort of Tay and Nemea standing in front of the dark skinned or tan skinned woman, glaring at Boulder, and then they go, "Oh, great, it's more of you. Okay, great." Nemea and Tay are just taking it, and she's sort of just spouting nonsense and just really just giving it to the group. You see Argos and a tan golden woman of some sort, sort of like eyeing each other. Well, the golden woman you can see, Argos is like, like giving very apparent facial expressions.
Stink eye.
The stink eye.
And the Baroness like, yes, and you three, a mangy cat, really? And Hunter's like, I can go step outside. You know what? I'm gonna step outside.
I mean, I'd appreciate it if you didn't, but okay.
And he comes back. Okay.
He didn't kill the orc, did he?
I was just waiting for someone to tell me to stay.
I want it. I need it.
So she's like, all right, well, since the whole team has assembled.
Yes, this is entire.
So I've just been telling your companions here, or your compatriots, that I will not be actively helping you. There is strict guidelines. I do not want any deaths. The festival must continue. If it does somehow affect the Lantern Feast Festival, we must be notified immediately.
Of course.
So do we message you by letter or?
I'll send someone from my house. You'll notice. I know what you all look like. Oliver has taken down notes on all of you. He's very observant.
So will we be expecting Oliver then?
Oh, gods
Or-
no. I would never send this 12-year-old boy. It's trouble enough
okay.
that he has to travel all the way from Osterith to here on his not on his own, but with guard. And
Send the
that's
boy.
already a journey.
How unfortunate.
No, we will be on our best behavior possible. I assure you, madam.
She sort of has a look of being like sort of perplexed. She's like, I don't really deal with such submissive arbitrators. Usually they're very active in what they want and what they want to achieve. So this is quite new to me, and I sort of enjoy this.
Why do you hate arbitrators so much?
That's none of your business.
Fair enough.
Like, she sharply says that.
Yeah, and I just kind of shrug and just like,
None of your fucking business.
Right. Yeah. Sort of disgusting in a way. Like, in a response. And she sort of turns over. Oh, actually, she's having this conversation. Argos, you're still standing there, and you hear a voice.
I've probably turned my full body
Sure, that's
facing
fine.
this bird.
Perfect.
Just like the Baroness is talking, I don't care.
Sure.
Other people are listening to her.
Yeah, that's fine. The Kabira actually sort of leans in closer and tells you in Draconic, "We need to speak."
It, of course, responding in Draconic.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you're done talking to the Baroness, I'd like to speak with you in public. Or in private.
I'm like, you want to speak in public? Well, here we are. Welcome.
Here we are.
Greetings, salutations.
Like,
You can make
I
it.
guess we'll go to the town square.
Yeah, just in the middle of town square, drops form.
Here's my soapbox. Do I hear this?
I hear it, but I don't speak Draconic.
No, No, she's speaking telepathically.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything from you as a group that wants to? Oh, where? She's like, I'll come find you. Just wait out in the.
I'll give her a thumbs up.
She definitely does not look at it and walks back to the side of Baroness Glustad.
Is she the black-haired one?
The Baroness is the black-haired one, and Madame Kabira is actually her steward.
Okay. We understand your terms. We don't plan on killing anyone, and as far as help, we never expected help.
No.
So everything you.
Alright, guys, we met the Baroness. That was our whole goal here.
Are you okay, Argos?
That is literally what just happened. He just yells it out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I just came back into the conversation, and I'm just like, "Hey guys, let's go. We finished."
If that is all, Baroness, we will take our leave.
He turns around and looks at the letter that Rose wrote and drinks out, peering through the glass pane windows.
Well, hope you have a pleasant day.
Yeah, and
I turn
then
and walk out.
and then as I walk out in Celestial, I'm just gonna be like, not like yell it or anything, but I'm just gonna say, "Bitch."
Saw that.
Yeah. Doesn't look like either of them know that you said anything or that they understand.
I knew somebody was gonna say
He just
it.
sneezed. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way out to the courtyard where your wagon is. Argos, make a perception check.
Regular disadvantage. What?
Just normal.
You're always at a disadvantage.
Well, I do still have the level 1 of exhaustion.
Then you're at a disadvantage.
Okay, that's why I asked.
Okay, I keep forgetting.
How long are you exhausted?
Until I finish a long rest.
Another long rest.
Oof, that is a 6. Or, what test? What am I?
Perception.
Perception. Perception is a +1, so 7.
What do I need to see for
You're
Argos?
looking around. You don't know what to fucking look for.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like trying to mill around as everybody's like making their way to the cart. I'm just like,
Sure. Argos, you're looking around. What is everyone doing at the wagon right now?
I'd be sitting there and just like whoever's around me, it's just like, what was her deal?
I don't know.
That's just how she is, darling.
Yeah.
And we would just leave it at that. it has been dealt with. She has been informed, so we'll just go.
Yeah, we've done what we
needed
came
to do.
here to do. Yeah.
Okay. Freaking, I don't understand the hoity-toity noble
don't need
people.
to, though.
Jesus Christ.
Just leave it.
Yeah. Well, I hope they're not all like this.
Oh, wait until you go to ECT.
I'm not looking forward to that one.
Yeah. And I just like I just go for a high five from Peak, just like yes. Da.
So you guys are about to make your way. You guys are like, where are you guys heading first of all?
Is there stores here or nah?
No, there's nothing.
Okay,
here.
so it's just
The only thing you do like sort of resemble is all this food and supplies passing you, going up to this massive airport.
Okay, so it's literally a citadel. It's literally
it's just
a castle. Okay, that's what I figured.
Just go back to the wagon.
Yeah.
You guys are at the wagon right now. It's in the middle of the courtyard.
Might as well start heading out.
Yep.
Argus.
I'm gonna linger. Yeah. People
Argus,
like,
go
"Hang
ahead.
on, guys."
Go ahead and make another perception check.
Okay. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must be hearing
So many people moving
someone
about.
else's dogs.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception.
Probably 11.
Passive perception is 11. Yeah.
So
I guess I would be like more of checking the.
no, I'm using your passive perception to just actively look now because.
Okay.
What do I need to look out for Argos for so that he can get on with what he needs to do?
Like we
No,
see him
hold on.
lingering
It's cool.
about.
It's cool. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just that
Argos, darling, what are you
from
doing?
one of the nearby like buildings, Kabira just appears, and she struts out confident and puts her hand up in the air. Is like, is it okay if I speak with your draconian friend?
Argos, you have a visitor.
Argos, over here. Meaty.
You all see the golden-skinned woman, the steward Kabira, walk with Argos into the building that she just exited. Argos, you can fit through it just barely, and she closes the door, and she starts being draconic, and she's like, "Hail, kin."
Damn.
He looks out the window as the rest of the group is just like, "What just happened?" And she
Does Argos
drops her.
have a girlfriend that we just don't know about?
Apparently.
She
Is,
drops her form. Oh, sorry.
is the window open?
No.
Like,
she
is it-
sees the window and she goes further into the building.
okay.
What are the odds?
I just did, yeah. I was hoping
Right.
that
No,
could
I know.
just-
Pete's just like.
I'm like, I don't speak Draconic. I don't speak Draconic, but I was like, yo, can I just like write down what she's saying?
She walks
Nemea,
over
translate this for me as I'm writing
before
it
she
out.
drops her form. You can see it started to start a little bit more, and she asks you in Draconic, how has been the life of the Turnscale since the war?
It's been hard. Obviously, replying in Draconic.
Long and hard.
It's been
Wait.
journey.
Wait.
It's been a difficult journey. I left the office or the Draconian Collective when it still was after the war to a little town in Oglover to escape any remaining hostility towards our kind.
As she finally gets to like the center of the room, she pulls up a chair and she motions to you a bench behind you that you can sort of sit on. She drops her form, and in front of you, at first is a white dragonborn, and at first it looks like a silver draconian, but then you realize this is not either. Make a history check for me, if you can.
History.
I'll make a history check. No, I can't.
Make a
No.
history.
Just
Go ahead and make a
Zero. So
Unable.
Don't roll for disadvantage on this.
Okay. Use my gold one.
I just reach out mentally. You
Nat
can do it.
20! Yes! Oh!
Baby boy.
Okay.
Yes!
Argos coming in clutch.
What stands before you is a white draconian. They are called Chiolnis. They are noble draconians.
Bless you.
Draconians, during the end of the Blood Tide and during the end of during the end of the Civil War, the Draconian Collective tried to replenish their Draconian warriors that fell in battle. Usually, you would need metallic dragon eggs.
Yeah.
They attempted to do that on chromatic dragons. However, they didn't turn inherently evil when they were subjected to the dark powers, the dark magics. Rather, they actually retained the opposite. They became more good aligned draconians. There was a rumor when you were young, before the war, or maybe during the beginning, that the prophets, the one that rose up among the dragonborns, were maybe these noble draconians sprouting words and wisdom of rebellion in the name of Bahamut, of Eo, and the other draconians. They're just rumor, because you met yours. You met your guide.
Yeah.
She stands in front of you. Same dress, same golden chains and necklaces, but she's more of a thinly draconian.
Tail, wings.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh shit. She does not have a tail, but she does have the massive long wings, very big wings, typical for a Sivok. But she has bigger. These are bigger than like a normal dragon, or dragons don't have wings. She has these really over-enveloping wings that sort of wrap around her shoulder and up her torso. She's very very lanky, really small. But she definitely has the head and face and facial expression or facial features of a white dragon, a chromatic white dragon. Do you know what I am? Argos Baharush.
I've heard of the legends. I wasn't sure if they were true.
Well, they were.
My guide may have been one.
I see. What's the contract entailed? And what you are about to walk into? There's some trouble brewing within Yolathis, and it does not bode well for us Draconians. We had hoped that the rebellion against the Draconians was finally over. However, there has been a mustering within the northern areas, near the margin up north, the coast. What do you plan to accomplish by taking down the Ring of Beasts?
We're not taking it down.
I see.
Per se. We have
And
our contracts.
And she points at your shield. What is your plan with him?
That's in a bit of contention at the moment. I
sensed it.
contacted by an ancestor of mine, Kinrunaman.
You are a descendant of Kinrunaman,
Yes,
the Pale Cleaver,
yes,
who's killed thousands, millions.
yes.
Not surprised.
Ominous whispers fill the room. Spinebreaker.
Spinebreaker.
He came to me in a vision.
She walks up to you and rests her hand on your chest piece, right pec. Argos. The path of the Platinum Dragon is one that you must follow. The path of Bahamut is the only path that we Draconians need to follow at this time. I don't know what your reasons were to become a Turnscale, but your reasons were just and good. You did a good thing, and all other Turnscales did as well. But our job is not done yet. A guttural or like a very sinking feeling in your pit of your stomach appears, and you get the maybe that's the correct, maybe it is correct, maybe following Bahamut is fine, but then at the same time this pit feeling in your stomach is like Kinrunamon tugging on you, saying like, no. She motions you down so she can get like head length, because she's not that tall. And she places her hand around the back of your neck and kisses your cheek, and says, stay with the path that you fought for and that many died. Come back and visit me once your job is done. We have more to discuss, and I'm sure you have more questions about, and she looks down at, I guess, herself, about who we are.
How did you get into such a high position? Does anybody else know?
No, but I too am on a mission of Bahamut. And she tells you that she also serves one of the golden worms of Bahamut. She smiles, curts. You see her transform back into the golden woman, and she's like, I believe your friends are waiting.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Be safe, kid.
August, dear.
Valfun, August.
Oh.
And as you're walking back, you sort of look back, and she is eyeing you down. Like the demeanor and glare is the exact same like when you first met, but it's not one of hostility. It is one of complete and utter observation and gauging your basically how you are as a person. Like every step you take, every body movement, body language you
every step you
she's
take.
observing. She's intently watching you every time whenever you like stop on her.
Give her a call.
You walk out the door, you see a little blushed Argos appear. You see him rub his cheek a little bit.
I just well, that was fast.
So I do shite in a bar and I get shit on, and then Dragon Man gets a fucking one night stand, and here she is just awkwardly watching him, completely doing the walk of shame. All right.
Well, he's more impressive. I mean,
we did give you a lot of shit. That's funny.
Well, no,
Someone
I mean,
is a little jealous over there, aren't we?
I'm not fucking jealous. I'm tired of the bullshit you guys keep doing.
You are jealous, darling.
Argos, you hop back on the wagon.
Fucking cut you.
You hop back on the wagon, and
do you like Argos?
I like Argos.
Yeah. High five, good.
I
was like, so that was faster than we anticipated, Argos.
Your high five is like a palm strike.
I mean, he is a bit older. It might take a little bit. It might not take as much as we used to.
Oh damn! Like I'm sorry. Nandeska. Nani?
Nani?
So, you guys probably gonna head. Where you guys heading? Where you guys going? It is around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Storm's rolling. You can start to feel the rain from the clouds above sprinkle atop you.
Which direction is it coming from?
It's coming from the northwest, so it looks like it's coming right from the edge of the Spine Peak mountain range, off in the distance.
Well, I suggest we cover as much ground before the storm waylays us.
I agree.
So are you gonna tell us how it went? You don't have to go into detail of the whole act.
Yeah,
I mean,
is it
we
like
don't want
quick plug and chug, or like?
Listen, are we gonna have little baby Argoses running around soon? Because I want to be their Uncle Dieter.
Wait,
So,
don't they lay eggs
I'm
though?
confused.
I'm not
Eggs?
holding eggs all
Don't you
day.
fertilize eggs? I don't understand this. I'm a mammal.
Trust me.
First of all, I don't even want to be
enough-
reminded of Dragon Eggs. I don't know if we all forgot.
I want to drag.
Whole thing of us joining together started.
None of that took place. It was a conversation.
Insight check.
Inside
Inside,
check.
inside check.
So to truth myself.
I got a 17 plus 8.
I got a 13 plus. I don't know what my insight is. 2,
15.
15.
15.
Let's see,
How do
I
you
got-
feel about a 25?
Honja got a
Wait, I forgot your-
21.
I forgot your wisdom's high. You're a fucking druid.
So,
It
Argos,
sure is.
are you lying about this to the
No.
party?
I am
Argos.
not lying
Honja
at
chooses
all.
to not believe his
I
guy.
could see the entire party when he
Um,
sees that. Just everyone gets completely focused and
Everyone just looks at Argos, just
Hon-
hilarious.
Honja and I kind of look back at each other, and I just sign bullshit to him real quick in Thieves'
I never. He whispers. He says like a, you know, a wet dog on a rainy day is hard to catch, which in Thieves can't. In Thieves can't means he lies about lying, but he's actually a pretty good liar. I don't know. I should probably look up actual like Thieves can.
I've been
or
trying to find out, but
make
the
my
problem
own
is like
Thieves can and just.
I think you and I need to work together to create a full like Thieves' Cant vocabulary list.
Oh no, halfling stuck in a tree hole. They got free food. We should go.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
No?
It means I want to die
I
on the inside.
We'll work on this off stream, but I really do want to get this going with you.
Yeah.
Mother said hi, but told you to bring cookies. Yeah, we're killing the bitch. So yeah, where are you guys heading, by the way, on the map? Now that I'm looking at it.
We would be going to Oxcall, correct?
So you're gonna go. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys gonna go past into retreats
Mm-hmm.
and whatever that village.
We're
is
as
called.
far as we can get before it starts to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going through the night until the rain hits.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have a canopy over your wagon. I just want to let you know, it's an open top wagon.
Yeah.
Unless Argos, you want to stand above it.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I figured we'll travel, and then once the rain hits,
Sure,
or at least once it starts, then we can make camp.
sure.
I got a tent.
Sure. I will say that by the time you get to just passing Cinder Retreat, which is this wooden fortress of Barony Men, they're a distance off the main road, so they don't mind. But it does begin to downpour. The clouds begin to darken. There's lightning. It's becoming a pretty bad storm. And you're probably half a day still away from. Well, no, you're probably a good 8 hours away, unless you want to continue all the way to the town of Vinlucan. You're still a good few hours away from the town of Lucan, and it's beginning to get dark. After probably about 5 hours, 6 hours have passed.
I'm good with setting up camp here.
Yeah, I'm fine with it as well. I mean,
There's a nice little tree, wooded area nearby, not part of the Lorningen to take it. That's its own monster.
yeah.
There's a small little outgrowth here that you can just sort of set up.
Do I sense a Kieran? No, just kidding.
Actually,
Oh God.
go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Give me Kieran. Oh, that almost was a 7, but it rolled to a 15. Dope. So
Give me a second.
15,
Yeah, go ahead. Go. What do you got?
22.
22. All right, give me a second. A Brontosaurus.
A Brontosaurus.
Yes!
Whoa.
A new steed!
You have a plus 6 to your survival?
Huh?
Oh, I forgot your wisdom plus perception.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you're wisdom based.
Yeah. I was like, why? What do you mean? I have a plus 8 to my wisdom. Of course I do.
So there's a little stream not too far away, Kambir, and
Mhm.
as you're all beginning to set up camp, you see that the water is very, very, very clear.
Mm.
You can sort of see like sparkles within the water, and you notice that a lot of the plant life here, and you too, Dieter, as you're in your area setting up your little tent, you notice that the plants are very, very more vibrant. Some of the squirrels are a little bit hardier, and Kendra, you were compelled to taste the water and you lick it, and it sort of sweet to the taste, but it's still water. Like it's not like earthy.
Mhm.
It's very mineral. It's like as if it was purified.
Okay.
You can sort of gather it as you look onward to the Lornigan thicket. You get this overwhelming sense that this could be an area controlled by a keyring.
What's a keyring? Oh, I know what a keyring is. I'm sorry.
I would sit there and I would you know, I would help them set up camp, but then I would sit down for kind of like a ritual next to the stream, and you know, I would actually you know, this is, you know, pull out the sunblade and have it there and just, you know, do the normal, like,
As you pull out the sunblade appears, and it is what it is. But you notice the light is a little bit fainter. The energy isn't as warm.
Isn't this the first time you pulled out Sunblade since the resurrection?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I notice that, I get intrigued on what you're doing.
It's very bright, so you probably want to be like, yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep my distance, but like I'm still gonna watch intently on what's going on.
In all honesty, I don't think Kem's trying to hide it.
No, I'm not trying to hide it.
But yeah, it's very bright, and it does give off a fair bit of afterglow from his little area. Hunja
Your
is
sword
like
is so shiny.
He's underneath the cart, and he's just like turns over. It's just blinding lights. Okay, yeah, you can. That's your. Oh yeah.
I'm just not in my tent.
Nope.
So rude.
He's sitting under. He's sleeping under with his bedroll under the wagon.
Is anybody in my tent with me?
I'll be in the tent with you, Arno.
Yay!
There's not enough room for me in the tent with you. Besides, I like it when it's raining.
tent.
Oh.
5-man tent.
Yeah, but
Technically could fit, but I mean, it'd just be not spacious as spacious.
yeah. No, I'll sleep in the rain on the cart. I think that would probably be refreshing.
Tay, where you at? You're in your tent.
Yeah, I'm still like in front of my tent right now, kind of watching Kem do his whole thing because I also want to do something in my tent.
Kem, go ahead and
whenever.
proceed.
All right. So I'm essentially just going to sit there, and I have it looks like a little, kind of like a mini walk, and then I don't know how to explain it. It's not a bowl, but you know, it's like a little mini walk, and I have the blade out, and I you've guys seen me, you know, cut myself, and I cut myself with the sunblade. Cut myself into pieces, suffocation, no breathing, don't give a fuck. No, and then it's kind of like Tay would, like, Peek would see, like, I wave my hand in the air and like this thin, like, kind of like a little wisp of blood, and it's like I'm sitting there and I'm essentially calling out to this Kirin and putting my essence as well as Zemnitar's essence to reach out to this being if they choose to, you know, take that. And I'm just sitting in the rain.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Face me, father. What I feel like can do is yelling in the rain.
I do miss my father and my mother. Wow.
Notice me sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, so do I.
Pulling
But
a
apparently I
Lion
don't get to see
King
them
right
anymore.
there. He's pulling a Lion King looking for cloud people.
Yeah, Cloud Mage.
So as you're culling yourself in the rain, feeling the overall energy within this place, it is very vibrant. It is good. It is light. You can sense that the natural area of this region has been kept in check and has been always rejuvenated and is always continuously reinvigorated by some sort of natural being, which you can only assume is a Kirin. As you sit there in the rain, do you still have Sunblade out?
Yeah.
Sunblade is still out. It does begin to sort of what's the word?
Dim?
Fade in, like it dims in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of
Flickers.
it flickers. It flickers with your heartbeats. and slowly you get this sensation in the direction of the Lornigan thickets, but it's coming towards you. And as you're sitting there, still just embracing the moment and the atmosphere and the overall energy of this place, through the little stream, a little creature's head pops out.
It's the badger guy again.
Watches that's the badger. He's
It's
sitting there.
just
He's
I
looking.
come
at
for my
flowers.
Oh
little
yes,
otter-
it's an otter.
A little otter head pops out, and he sort of sticks up, and he has this like overstretched like long coat that his arms show. He's pretty beefy. He has a little sharpened stick looks really sharp, and he's like, "Oi, you
Hello.
want causing a ruckus?"
I didn't think this was a ruckus. I'm sitting here. Yes.
Look, I didn't mean about that. I'm just saying that you're. Oh, this must be what. He bows his head.
To the sword, or
He bows it to the sword, and he
Oh.
bows his head towards you. But he sort of shuffles through the stream water, and sort of just looks at the sword, and he's like, "Well, now, is this your lordship?"
yes.
Interesting. Never seen a Kirin put in a sword before.
He's not put in.
Oh, I can sense his energy from it.
Well, he kind of gave part of his life force for me, and the sword is an embodiment of him. I would never put him into a sword.
You see the little otter grab his little otter paw, and you see small little golden glyphs appear on each of his fingernails, and he just goes back and forth over this.
I know you're doing something, but you are really cute.
Are they speaking in common or celestial?
They're speaking celestial. And
Alright.
to you, Dieter, he spoke in druidic.
Oh, okay.
The little badger.
The badger. Okay. No.
So I'm assuming he doesn't say anything when I say that.
Yeah, he's a little bit lost in thought. Give me a second.
Okay.
Looking for what I put down.
Cinematic is still loading.
Cinematics are loading. It's one of those. As he's going over, you can sort of tell what you can sort of maybe ascertain what he's doing. He's just trying to read. He's just trying to identify what this thing is. He finishes off and he looks over the rain pouring down on his little otter head, his black pearl eyes. Like, oh, name's Bolta. Nice to meet you.
Come dear. You are
Sticks out the butt
adorable.
of his spear and he puts it out to shake your hand.
So you are adorable. I'm pretty sure that's insulting you, but
Actually, no. You're not the only one. Athris, the master I serve, the one who gave me sentience, is the one that said the exact same thing when she, I don't really know.
they.
Yeah. But Athris would like to speak with you and meet with you within the grove if you have time.
I would. How far is it? And
It's gonna be quite a bit. I don't think you can swim as fast as I can, and I don't think you can fit in this stream.
No. Is there safe passage through the forest?
Oh, it's safe. It's just gonna take you some time.
How much time? We are
Probably half a day to get to the center of the woods. From here, if you start now.
Yeah. Let me. Would I see Tay? And I would ask him, is your master Kieran?
If that's what they call them, if that's what you call it, yeah.
Giant horse thing. Golden.
Horse. Golden,
S?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Flowy manes.
Mains, yes. And then I sit there and it's like, maybe would I be able to fly there faster, or?
Sure. I will say that all of your companions are free to enter. But the Force will keep a watch on your cat friend and the tiefling.
I'll say
The mistress does seem to have the faith and confidence in the others.
Okay. I will sit there and say, I'll message everyone in the ring. You remember that that badger Dieter was talking to? I'm talking to an otter right now.
The
And
wildlife in this area is very active.
so
Very, very active.
he said that it would take half day, but his master wants to speak with me, and it could be very similar to my deity, and I'd be most interested. I can go alone if you guys want to go ahead, or he did guarantee the Force would watch you, Nemea, and also Honja, but we would have
Racist.
free passage.
The badger gets out of the water, walks over, inspect your camp.
The otter.
The otter.
It's an otter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was the badger back, but
Nope, it's not.
okay.
Yeah. So if you guys would like to come with you, we can. But if not, then I can head alone.
I'll go.
Looks in front of Tay's tent. Is your tent open, by the way, Tay?
No, but if he's inspecting it, I'll move the flap over.
Squeak.
We
Walks
have
past.
time.
Goes into the. Do you have your own tent, Dieter?
No, I'm sleeping in the cart.
No, we're sleeping in the cart. Goes into the tent with Argos and Nemea.
Oh,
I'm asleep.
cute!
Oh.
Oh my!
Goes to the
Try-
carts.
Trying to get that level of exhaustion off.
Yeah.
Taps your foot, Dieter, on the end of the wagon.
So
Goes underneath the cart, and a Honer immediately is like,
Not surprised.
backs away slowly.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Mm-hmm.
So if
You don't
you
want to
guys
disturb his cot naps.
Begins casting a spell.
banishment forever.
Banishment level 9.
So yeah.
Sorry, what was that power word? Kill? What?
So,
Power words.
Dude, so is Dieter the only one coming with me, or
Well,
I mean, if I'm
it's-
allowed to.
no? You
I
are.
will come with.
Okay. I mean, Argos, I'm assuming, is asleep because I can hear him snoring, and I'm assuming Honja's asleep. So
No, I'll keep watch. Just because this big tart is gonna not keep watch. So I'll stay in the camp.
okay, it will take us a half day to get there. So you guys will have a day to relax.
Great.
And then I will go into, once Nemea leaves, I will go in and I will write a
Where
note.
is Hodis, by the way?
Hodis he's on my shoulder.
He's on show novel form.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to stay with Argos and Honja.
Okay. Just let him know that we'll be back in a day.
How far roughly would that half day be from here? Distance wise.
I think it's
that's going to be at least. Give me a second.
Yeah.
center of the forest. I think it was. Is it near Wellbana or whatever? Wellbelona? Or is it in the center there? Can we meet them in Vendea or whatnot?
Okay, hold on. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the map.
I'm looking at the Chernosko Citadel map, right?
Yeah, the barony of Chernosko.
Yeah, so you guys are maybe an inch south of Vin Lucan, just off the road.
Okay.
Okay.
Redmont Citadel, you guys don't know what that is, but that's not the center of the Grove. The Grove is just slightly above where the capital seat Citadel is.
Yeah.
That's just a map. of what's actually in there in the Empire.
Well, yeah, we don't know it's there, but I'm just like pointing that. Okay.
Yeah. It is probably. Actually, I take that back. It's probably. No, it's still 10 hours on foot.
Okay.
Still 10 hours on foot. So almost half a day.
Okay. So I would just be like, since I don't know where we're going, I'll just be like, we will meet you back here.
Oh, don't worry. The Force will guide you, and you should keep your sword out. Then it'll guide you too.
Okay. All right. I'll have my sword out, and it's like, where are we going?
Oh, I'm gonna meet you there. And he barrels down underneath the little channel and starts swimming at great speed.
Okay.
And you put the sword, and the sword it doesn't show anyone else, but you can see a sort of like a ghostly line trail.
Oh, sweet. GPS tractor.
Yeah, it's sort of like clairvoyance. It's sort of like clairvoyance, and it shows you a path that you're probably gonna follow.
Are you both ready? He wasn't kidding. My sword is showing me where to go.
Yep, I'm ready.
Cool.
Nemea? You're muted, so I can't hear if you're.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. So I will start to follow. I will follow unwaveringly that line.
Yeah, you don't have to pull your sword out. You can just have your sword out, and it beams faintly because the light has sort of diminished. But you can just see the trail with your own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And to Nemea and Dieter, his eyes are actually like clear white at this point.
Oh, would they be like the normal when my tattoos glow? Like they would just be yellow and just like glowing.
Yes, they exactly turn to that just extreme color, the whole entire eyeball.
Yeah, I mean I don't have pupils, but hey.
Right.
It's not the strangest thing.
So. Oh, but the color just changes to that color.
Yeah, no, it's like the whole eye, like the whites, the eye, the pupils, like the irises and everything. Everything just turns white. It's kind of like a wisping,
Sure. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much.
With that, Kemdir, Nemea, and Deer, you walk into the dark during a pretty hard rain. Peak or Tay, Honja, you sort of watch from the camp as the three, following the glowing lights of Kemdir's sunblade. Immediately, it's still bright, but it begins to fade, and it begins to get lost in the darkness. And that's what we'll end off here for this week.
I'm leading us to a death. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not.
No, we're going on a spirit quest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's he needs it.
Yeah.
He needs it. Like he really needs it.
Like something fierce, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's kind of after dying, he's kind of like a little cute otter is telling me, hey, my deity wants to see you. I'm in. Let's just hope it's not evil. If it's another cute,
it's just his sort of like his master.
Yeah, his master. So I just hope it's somebody. I'm just hoping it's someone with some answers. Maybe, who knows?
Oh yeah.
Who knows? We'll find out next week. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for us this week. Stay safe in the quarantine. Play some Dungeons and Dragons. We will be.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah.
Clean your bodies.
Yeah, clean your bodies.
Don't clean, you nasties.
Y'all need Jesus. But yeah. So guys, be sure to check us out on Friday for Tales of Bonzorio, which is, funnily enough, our DM Jitterbelly here will be DMing that as well. Which is you're getting a full quarantine week of just him. So, have fun with that. Yeah. But other than that, DM, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at DM_Jitterbelly, and on Twitter at MikeMelody. Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see if you'll do it. Kyle, Where can people find you?
Nowhere.
God dang it! He's still not gonna plug the
His
team.
address
His-
is.
His address is shut the heck up. No, I'm just kidding. Dox him. Dieter, where can people find you?
I am on the Twitter at a jellygato.
Ooh, Jellycat. Argos, where can people find you?
Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Legion 5120.
Nice. And the sneak peek.
Twitch, Twitter, and Discord at Dungeons and Dom.
Nice.
Yes, I am on Twitch too.
Yeah,
but
you should. You should plug Twitch. What's your Twitch? Go.
It's also
Which
a
one is it?
jellygato.
There you go. You gotta
Honestly,
say
I think
it.
I am. Once we get
Yeah.
done here and done with our post-stream stuff, I'll probably hop on Town of Salem and do a little bit of streaming myself.
Yeah, do it. I am gonna be playing. I'm just gonna be, cozying up.
I
And I'm
need to go
playing
grab
some
nicotine.
Animal
That's
Crossing.
what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm not gonna stream it, but I'm.
Yeah, I wanted to stream it, but I just,
Yeah, it's
Um,
great.
catch guards.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah,
yeah,
the
could-
stream. I want to talk real quick.
Okay, and then, guys, as well as you guys know who I am, I'm at Joe Dirt. I'm at Joe Dirt on all the places: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere. I will be, since I am on quarantine this week, I will be streaming, doing 4-hour splits, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. Depending on how everything goes, I'll probably be playing. I know in the morning I will be playing Animal Crossing Horizons, but most likely at night as well. But you guys are going to be seeing a lot of me streaming this week, and just getting back into the hoop say of things. And then if I'm quarantined next week, rinse and repeat. But I really doubt it. But this week, that's how it will go. All right, guys. Remember that thank you so much for your time, and we do all appreciate you so much for stopping by. Videos and VODs will all be uploaded on our YouTube, which we will be doing. And until next Sunday, bye from Black Lotus.
Bye.
This is